I love that shit, man.
All right, welcome to fucking Echo Base on Hoff down this motherfucker. That's why I'm in all this damn gear, because it's cold as a motherfucker from the polar vortex. As always, Rodney the Punisher Jones is here.
What's up, people? You cold? Just get a drink.
That's okay. And as always, life coach Ryan Penny, who will be here Sunday to watch said Super Bowl 53.
Go Pats.
All right, what's going on?
No comment.
Why do y'all hate that team so much?
It's always from the land of Krypton. We have Jason, the Body Bond.
Hey, shirts on today, boys. Nice and cool today. So
the polar vortex has reached you as well, hasn't it?
I wish. It's not that cold.
No, you don't want this shit, bro. Believe me. From the X-Men mansion of high learning, we have the child of the atom, Mr. Atim.
What's up, guys? That's a little Mac Main for you.
And speaking of said Mac Main, we have from the heart of the U.S., DJ Mac Main. Holla.
What's up, everybody?
Yeah.
And last and certainly not least, from his castle on Mustafar, we have our man Dan Dynamic Menace.
Oh, he revealed himself.
Yes. The Sith has revealed himself to the world.
It's time to take revenge.
Yeah. Welcome, bro. So, welcome to the madness, as we say. So, how's everybody doing this evening?
Good.
Yeah, got the beer in the hand, ready for another chat. Let's rock and roll.
Yeah, the beer is flowing, the nectar of the gods.
Oh no.
So, what activity has everybody got going on this week?
Well, I finally got the Wonder Woman the Gal Gadot statue. Look, man, flawless except for the head sculpt, but luckily Dan put me onto a good bloke over there near him that's going to do a good paint job for me, and maybe we'll get it looking a bit more Gal Gadot.
Yeah, I thought that was the Marvel Legends Gal Gadot that you just purchased.
if they had never put Gal Gadot on it, it would be no problem with that statue.
Or she got hit by a truck or some shit.
Nah.
So that's it. And anybody else? Nobody.
I'm just tired.
Well, Mac, we checked out your review on that Daredevil, man. Tell us about that.
The Daredevil's tight. Yeah, the Daredevil's cool.
And it was easy to put together, wasn't it, Mac? You didn't have to break your back.
It was awesome because it was small. It didn't take long. The box is very nice, movable. Didn't have to break my back.
Right.
Let me guess. Yeah. Once you put it together, Mac, you've gone, oh shit! Now what do I do?
Right. I did that. I put it together and was just staring at it like, that's it.
Simplicity at its finest, man.
I feel like the base is super impressive on that piece.
It is too, and it's very light too. It's a plus because it's a space it's this very space conscious, and it's not it's not heavy, and I think it pairs well with The only thing is that you have to kind of put it like up high
because he's kind of looking a little bit down.
He's looking down, so if you have it on like a low shelf, it looks a little funny. But other than that, it's dope.
Yeah, you and PJ are tempting me to get that, and I really can't do that.
Well, actually, Mac, you brought up a good point. So, what do you guys think of the statues that they do look down or they look up? Do you prefer them being like looking straight ahead and that so you can place them like at eye level, or do you prefer having mix and match so it looks? Because sometimes you look on the bottom shelf and you put one on the bottom shelf and you're like, man, it looks. I'd love to have it on the middle shelf, but something's got to go in the bottom shelf.
Right.
I don't give a shit, to be honest.
I mean, yeah. 'Cause
No, I gotta say, I was moving shit around and I had put Boba Mythos down low and it looked fucked up. I mean, really fucked up. So I had to I had planned on putting Vader Mythos up high, and Boba just did not look right, so I had to switch it back. And Luke is perfect down low because he's looking up, like at the AT-AT. So, some statues, in my opinion, you got to put down low or up high or whatever,
So wait, did you say that Boba doesn't look right on the bottom?
The Mythos Boba does not look, because he's like on a peak, as you can see, and he's looking down at his target. And if you got him low, you can't even see his visor because he's like doing like, what I mean? So it really looks terrible. Like terrible.
Well, actually, I had one like that. The Sideshow Hellboy from the movie premium format, and the same. I had him on the lower shelf, and you actually found yourself you had to crouch down to appreciate the figure. You put him up top because he's sort of like looking a bit down. Like he's got the gun up and he's sort of like looking like that. So yeah, you put him on top and he looks fantastic.
Yeah, it's some pieces just like that. I mean, it's just some stuff you gotta model. Move it. And the piece, it sounds funny, but it's just completely different piece when it's a different position.
Yeah.
So.
I agree. I mean, I used to have my my life-size Daredevil on the bottom of my Daredevil case. And every time I looked at him, I'm like, yo, it just felt wrong that he was like so low. He's looking at my knees. I'm like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
Let me lift him up.
Just looking at yours there, A-Tim, I think the one, if you had to get any of yours and put him on a lower level, I think that big Silver Surfer you got there because he's looking up.
That would be cool.
Fantastic.
Yeah. You lose a lot, I mean, I guess it's piece by piece, but yeah, I think that there's some merit to, putting it in the right location.
They need more pieces that can go on the bottom. I'll say that much.
Storm is a perfect example.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to just. Yeah, I think that's probably what I'm going to be doing. Then.
Ryan, you need to give me that Storm.
What?
That's not happening, dude.
Damn it.
Damn.
Yeah, he'll trade you for that Hulkbuster.
Over his dead body. Oh. You want to trade?
Oh,
damn! You would do that?
Yo, Archangel.
That shit would be out of here if it was me, Ryan.
Yo, I just said Daredevil would be looking at my knees, and Archangel's like, Tim, he can't see your knees. He's blind. Archangel, bro. Oh,
yeah, Arch's hilarious.
He's good. You're good, Arch. Oh man,
tell us about yourself, man. We've been in your group and everything, and
Yeah, I'm just a poor boy trying to make his way in the world.
Well, look, hey, for guys that don't know Dan, like Dan has done some amazing customizations throughout the years, and some of his work is absolutely amazing. If you don't know, do some research and have a look.
Yeah, I've been doing it for a while. I've been in the hobby for since about 2010.
Nice.
I've created a few custom pieces. Like Jason said, I've done some customizations, add-ons, and stuff like that. Well,
put it this way: I showed Dan's work to the people at Sideshow, and they were absolutely amazed at his Jack Kirby head sculpt that he did for the Dark Side premium format, because that was the only letdown on that piece for me. When you purchased it, you look at it and you look at the head and you go, oh, man, it doesn't look anything bloody like him. But then the Kirby one that you guys did was out of this world. And
that, by the way, I mean, I hired him to sculpt it for me to produce. I didn't I can't take credit for the sculpt on that. I mean,
but as project manager, you can.
Well, to a degree. I mean, some projects I art direct quite a bit, but some of them, a lot of that ends up, in the artist's hand. They have to determine on what needs to be done, things like that. It all depends on who you get to do it too. So, but I like to give the credit to the artists who actually do the hard work. I'm not one of those guys who like to take the credit for,
And see, guys, he just proves again why he's a top bloke.
Doing something.
Agreed. Love
That's how the dark side roll, homie.
Yo, everybody in the chat, myself included, is super feeling that half-scale Darth Maul, dude.
Oh, man, yeah, I love that thing.
I love that piece from the moment they showed it. I almost bought that a bunch of times.
Oh, you only half scale? It looks like life size.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I got Vader right up there behind me.
Super dope.
Yeah, I had him.
I also love the red lightsaber being used as a light for the pieces.
Do you like that?
Yeah, that's sexy.
Hey,
That's
Thor,
sexy
can
like
you do
making beer.
invite to Spider-Man?
Who the fuck is Spider-Man?
He's straight up from the 616. That's our man Johnny.
Yeah, he's asking.
Oh
for
shit!
it.
Like, Spider-Man? Who the fuck is that?
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Peter
I'm
Parker.
always been a fan of that Darth Maul.
I gotta look his y'all talk. I gotta look his fucking email up again. I know something Michael Jordan or some shit.
Let me go through the chat. We got a bunch of people in here already early, dude. Everybody hit that thumbs up while I'm doing this. Yo, Vass Rod, I just saw him as I scrolled through. First one in was Barbara Lopez. Thank you, Barbie. Rogue Rick, Gabriel Ross, Evil Nug, Chris Crow, Master Pizza, Archangel, the Rogue One. Did I say that? Edwin Diaz, of course, our home.
Happy birthday, Edwin Diaz, from this week, man.
Man, happy birthday, man.
Gary Paul Speed, our man, GPS.
Nice.
Everybody needs a bit of speed.
That's for sure.
Not everybody.
8-Bit Flea, J. Josiah Jameson, that dude Taylor.
That dude Taylor.
And we got the celebrities too, man. Batman statue collector and Gem Min.
Batman statue collector is in here. So Bronx Collections, what's up, Bronx? Emperor Collector, baby.
Omar the King. Omar the King of Australia.
Goldberg.
Goldberg.
Oh man, that's great. Fuck that.
Goldberg.
That dude. All right.
So yeah, man. Finally got the shipping notice for XM Darth Maul.
Finally, we can see.
Yeah, congratulations. Literally, thank you, man. Literally, as I opened my eyes this morning, I said, "Here's your tracking number." I said, "Now that's how you start a day." You know what I mean? So I then went down and had a congratulatory bowl of Captain Crunch.
Yeah, Lucky Charms. Damn, I think you're a Lucky Charms.
I like marshmallows, man. Yeah, you can't fuck with marshmallows. So just I do crunch berries and the peanut butter. You know, Captain Crunch. That's how we roll over here, Jack.
Dude, crunch berries are disgusting.
They are tell you know what they are sweet.
I'm throwing knowledge at you, man.
I can't do the one where it's all crunch berries, but like the crunch berries and the Captain Crunch. My favorite shit is Pebbles though, Fruity Pebbles.
Golden Grams, man.
Oh my god,
Golden Grams.
Who the hell is
Golden Grams?
I mean, I'm all about that Pops life.
Golden Grams.
What?
Yeah,
like
Pops.
Pops.
So you said Pops.
That's the breakfast cereal, the new armpit hair topic.
Pops, bro.
Dude, I like
Golden Grams, honeycombs. You said Captain Crunch. Except that stuff always messes up the top of your mouth.
Only if you've got fucking baby gums, dude.
No, man, that stuff wrecks up the top of your mouth. It's good though, but
No, see?
you suffer for it. You'll suffer for it.
It's all about the
But
frosted,
see,
shredded
Golden
Grams.
Grams, good and no pain, all pleasure. Golden Grams.
Oh, look, Johnny just snuck in. We
Is that
didn't
with
even
that
see
pedo
him.
bear?
What's going on, guys?
Is
Johnny,
blue
what's up,
Johnny?
No, Golden Grams is
the pedo bear on it, right?
No, you're talking about
cereal.
you're talking about Golden
Cereal,
Crisp.
I gotta go with Cinnamon Life.
Cinnamon Life. Okay.
Cinnamon Life all day.
Man, I ain't had life in a long time.
I
Yeah,
can't remember they still made that shit. Jesus, Johnny.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the shit. That's good. Or
Golden
Cookie Crisp.
Grams.
Cookie Crisp's not bad.
It's all right.
We just
I'm
not
sorry.
best friends anymore, rather. The cereal.
Waffle Crisp is
All
good.
I
don't
gotta
know if they
do
make
is
it
say,
anymore.
"I love you, Vegeta," and we're back cool. See,
And I'm
so.
like, we're back.
right.
So yeah, Wednesday it's supposed to come Monday, and I think Wednesday we're gonna be live unboxing it. So and our boy Mike
Got a double feature.
Yeah, our boy Mike Iron Man Dorsey gonna bring his
Y'all are really messing me up with this Daredevil, man.
yeah, you're gonna see it live, so
I need to stop seeing Daredevil.
you're gonna see it live, so get ready.
I need to stop seeing Daredevil, man.
Yeah, I got Daredevil coming now.
Stop it.
Nice, bro.
Dude, all right. So Pedro mentioned
resist.
Frosted Flakes. Frosted Flakes are great, but it's like a race against time for you to eat them quick enough so they don't become like
before they get real soggy. Yeah,
yeah, because then they're just
They
disgusting.
become flimsy flakes.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
And not only that, they smell terrible when they're like soggy.
Oh, I never really smelled them.
Yeah, because
I don't have
they're
like
made of cardboard.
I'm trying to rush and eat them before they get too soggy.
No, Jem said that's all cereal. Dude, Captain Crunch lasts for days. That's all I gotta say. That shit didn't get soggy for a long time.
It's plastic. That's why.
Mate, Wheat Bix. Wheat Bix is the way to go.
Yo, y'all.
It's plastic. It's the best kind of plastic.
Plastic. How do you
guys
know?
wanted
You
to
know
know about
Yeah, I'm still alive. That's how I know.
well, you can eat plastic and live.
Fair.
Yeah, you can. We do it all the time.
Make a valid point.
Yo, if you guys wanted to know about the hot topics, man, we're going deep into the General Mills catalog.
GM.
Anybody eat Kicks?
Back in the
Oh,
day.
no.
It was
No, that's only when you made a mistake at the grocery store.
Tell me,
No thanks, Ryan. I don't like diabetes.
Kicks?
Kicks don't have sugar.
Kicks didn't have sugar.
sugar. In fact, it only tastes good if you put sugar on it.
I like Pops though. Pops
who knows that King Vitamin?
King Vitamin. I never heard of that one.
Anybody know? Anybody know anything about the King Vitamin? That's when you're too poor to afford the regular Captain
Yeah, I was
Crunch. You
gonna
got to get
say.
the King Vitamin.
What if they came out with the Tony the Tiger statue?
Frosty O's.
Frosty. Oh yeah, the knockoff version.
That was so funny, man.
Sugar flake.
They definitely don't taste the same.
Definitely not.
No.
No, they don't.
Oh man.
Hey, I'm probably gonna hit you guys with a live unboxing on Tuesday if that Green Goblin comes in. The tracking says it's supposed to come in on Tuesday.
Nice.
Green
by
by
Taylor?
What's your goblin you
I picked up Green Goblin from Taylor.
Ooh, okay.
The
Yeah.
Sideshow joint.
Yep.
Fantastic piece.
Tell you what, that one and the Hobgoblin they did were really good in person.
This is
the
the
new one, right?
this would be the Sideshow's second Green Goblin, not the original one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was talking the original one. Yeah, I thought you were getting that one. But
Yeah,
yes,
the fully sculpted, no mixed media.
yeah.
So anybody
should be
try
getting
to
on Tuesday.
anybody try to hop on the Sideshow site this week? Have any problems?
Yeah.
No problems at all.
I got on there, no problems. Once I got my email, yeah, no
I
problem.
logged on, put my email, put the password reset in, checked my spam folder, bang, it was there, clicked the link, and it came up an error, and I went close and just entered the website and entered my new password, and it wasn't a problem.
Yes,
Only problem I've had is they send me the same emails over and over again. I got the same email 4 times in a row.
Did you click it 4 times? You probably did. You?
I don't know what happened. So I was changing up my orders. I was changing up my orders. So I switched store to a payment plan. So I got the email that the payment plan change was confirmed. I got it 4 times, and then I changed Daredevil to full payment so I could get it shipped out next week. And I got that email 4 times.
Maybe they just wanted to send you one for every payment.
It happened to me, Johnny. I entered one of the giveaways, and I got the email 4 times.
Yeah,
Four's the magic
maybe that's
number.
just a small glitch. It's just a small glitch, but at least I'm getting the emails, and I didn't have any issues with like reward points or orders or anything like that missing. I did notice. I thought my wait list was missing for Venom, but I noticed they separated your orders. They separate orders from waitlist items, so you have to go in and you have to actually look and click on waitlist items separately from your other orders.
Only thing they changed that I really hope they put back, when you go on your calendar, I used to be able to click on whatever my order is and see my progress. Like I could see 4 out of 7 payments. Now they just have like 4 payments. They don't show you how many you have left. So I hope as they're going through, they put that back, because that was the one.
It doesn't show if you go into the order details.
Yeah, I was going to say, and it just says
see that doesn't even show. Like it used to have an order detail option right there on the calendar page. Once I click on my payments, I haven't seen.
You're talking about, okay, I know you're talking about like actual calendar where it has it actually shows you schedules based on dates. I don't actually use that feature on there.
Oh, see, I use that religiously because I have a bunch of payments coming out on the same day. So I'll click on it because it just gives you the order number, but you have to click it to open it up and see what the statue is. And it used to say, okay, payment 5 out of 7 or 4 out of 5, let you know how many more you got. Now it doesn't. It just tells you how many you made. So I hope they add that back.
Thought, have you seen the watching now count? You're almost halfway there, brother.
Oh my god. It's too fucking cold down this motherfucker.
So for those who aren't aware, if we get to 100 live views, Thor's going to go topless for the rest of the show.
I'm logging in there under all night.
Yo, Gemman is about to post this shit in his Instagram story.
Y'all done started something. Don't be making promises y'all can't keep.
Right.
Yo, hey, real quick for you guys in the chat. For you guys in the chat, if you have not watched Matt Collections or PJ Paradox Nerds review of Daredevil, go watch it. They're amazing reviews.
Yeah.
Just want to put that out there.
See, Jason, now we losing viewers, man. It's down to 48 now.
Yeah, why are you recommending people to leave the damn fucking show you have?
Not right now. Don't go watch it right now.
That man said hashtag Thor Topless 2019.
Yo, somebody just thumbs down the video on bounce.
There you go. They smart people.
Oh,
They don't know a good thing when it's right in front of them, Thor.
Thor's about to surprise us with a nipple ring.
Well, there we go. Barbara Lopez. If we get to 100, we all go topless.
Oh god!
Oh my god!
Who set this 100 thing? Is this is all Jason's doing, isn't it?
You guessed it.
Because I don't remember it.
Forced to figure that shit
out. This is fake news, people.
So Jason, didn't you want to talk to Dan about some Superman or something like that, bro?
Yeah, Dan. Your customization of the Superman PF, absolutely amazing, man. And the video that he put out, going through the steps that he went to do it, was amazing, man. I think that video alone is going to get more people into the customization part.
You think so?
Yeah, hell yeah. Because there's a lot of questions that you get just from that video that are answered in it. The stage is involved, what's required, like the putting the base coat back on and stuff like that. Look, a lot of people wouldn't even think of that. They just go, "Oh, well, I'll just start slapping the paint on,"
Yeah, a lot of work went into that piece. The base is actually the printed prototype of the base that I designed for the Spider-Man format. And John did a lot of prep work on that and alterations to get Superman to fit on top of there. My good buddy Chris Epting did the anatomy enhancements on the figure itself. And Ed Bradley actually painted the head sculpt that Tim Bruckner sculpted, and that's the prototype of that as well. And that was all permanently attached to the body, so there's no switch outs available or anything on that. And of course, it has one of my custom Superman capes on there. And John Fitchie, aka Vince Vale Customs, did the paint, the rest of it, and all the rest of the sculpting, the shorts and the S symbol, and the hands, the boots. He did a killer job. Killer job for sure.
Cool. Oh, it was amazing. I'll put it this way: I looked at it and I love that Alex Ross piece. But man, you got me tempted to do it as well.
Nice.
Yeah, I saw it in person. It was really, really nice, dude.
Okay, yeah.
Really nice.
John was telling me that you wanted to do it to yours.
I don't have Superman.
Oh, maybe it wasn't you then.
No.
He said he had a friend that had one that he wanted done to his.
Maybe.
And you said you saw it in person, so I thought maybe it was you.
No, that was probably somebody else. Definitely not me. I don't have no Superman pieces. Sorry.
He doesn't have any DC. He's a DC hater.
Come on.
I knew that was coming.
Yo, Hold on, am I a hater of Dragon Ball Z because I don't have any Dragon Ball statues?
Absolutely.
Oh
That's
gosh.
not true.
It's turned into a Marvel versus
Well, I
DC.
am.
I'm leaving.
Dan, one of our watchers has actually asked Ed, dude. He wants to know where he can find the video of. Is it just on your profile or sending you a friend request?
Yeah, it's just on my profile.
Yeah, Ed, dude, it's Dan Dynamic Menace on Facebook. So just send him a
I
friend
don't think
request.
Ed dude has Facebook.
Did Feechy do a video of it?
He did.
Yeah,
I
so
don't,
just check.
I don't know if he posted it on his page though, because typically he doesn't. He only likes to post stuff that he's done. This kind of like was a collaborative
Mashup.
effort
Yeah.
with everybody. Warren Resin also. He did some prep work to the figure and the base as well to get it
Damn,
ready.
man, you just get all the best dudes involved in your projects. I've got to say.
Well, I try to get the best if I can, but you know, it didn't work out. Warren couldn't act. Warren was actually going to do the whole thing, but it turned out where he couldn't finish it. So, you know, he got John to take it over and finish it off for me. So, hey.
And Dan, I've got to thank you too for putting me in touch with John Allred. Like, fantastic bloke, man. So thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. He's a great painter. It's all kinds out there. You just got to know where to find them.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. For people like me that aren't into it like that sense, I've got no clue. So when someone like you says to me, I trust this dude's painting skills, I go, that's good enough for me.
Right on. Yeah, there's all kinds. Ed Bradley's a great painter. John Allred. I mean, there's Sal Alvarez, Steve Rojas.
Steve Rojas is dope.
Yeah, you got
Tim Gore.
Yeah, Bjorn Elmart. He's good. You know, all those dudes from Master Solid are great, but I mean, there's a lot out there. There's a lot of excellent painters out there.
Yeah, man. The game is getting really diverse, and there's definitely a lot of opportunity for you to get some real great quality work from these customizers. It's really awesome.
And you know what, Tim? I wonder how many painters there are out there that could do this, you know, that have actually done painting and stuff like that, and haven't even thought about doing statues and stuff. But if they got into it, they'd like they probably the world's best, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely not on the level of any of those guys, but I definitely started painting, and I'm happy with the progress that I'm making. I am fortunate because I have John standing right next to me, and every time I fuck up, he's like, "Move, you idiot!" and then he fixes what I made a mistake on, and then I'm like, "What did I do wrong?" And he's like, "Bro, you're doing this and this," and I'm like, "Oh shit, that's how you do it." Like I would never. I'm tapping right into the source. I'm learning years of experience, you know, just by hanging out with him, which is unfortunate. So, but yeah, it just takes patience and a little bit of effort, and you're gonna make mistakes, but it's worth a shot for anybody to give it a try if you're into the art, I think. So,
Ryan, what the fuck was that, man?
I was at Jason. I was just making fun of Jason in the chat.
Oh shit.
Mate, I'm proud to say that I love Dan and Dan's work.
I agree.
I'm just fucking on you, buddy.
Well, thanks. I really appreciate it. You know, but it's not really my work.
Well, hey, your capes are like.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's part of it. Yeah,
You've got the old Superman PF or the old Batman Modern or Black PFs, and you're tired of that 14-kilogram cape that hangs off it that could get the statue to lean over this way. Hit Dan up. He does fantastic wide, non-fabric, and leather capes.
Yeah, I knew those were going to be an issue when they first showed those sculpted capes, you know, that everybody wanted. Be careful what you wish for. I don't know if that was Sideshow.
Oh, yeah, them capes kept you busy for quite a while, didn't they?
Yeah, I still get people wanting them. So I'm just saying, like, the piece in general, like, just those capes being so huge and heavy and what it does to the Superman premium format. You know, it's not just the lean. The capes themselves start to crack right at that shoulder where all that weight is bearing down on that shoulder on that one side. So,
yeah. How many do you see of that Superman PF where he's actually cracked at the waist and leaning back?
Yeah, that too. So, you know, that's not secured well enough. But, you know, in the Batman premium format, that was a logistics nightmare on shipping. A lot of capes showed up broken. The one that I got, the cape was you know, the styrofoam that it was in was like just destroyed to hell, like it was disintegrated with the, you know, the points of the cape.
I think the main issue with that Batman cape was the weak magnets in the actual the base, and the one that we get from you. The magnet's so strong, you never need to worry about that head falling off anymore.
Yeah, no, and actually the heads themselves, and I found this out when I did the customization on the Batman head that I did. I combined both heads together, where the Martin Canal head, instead of looking all the way to the left, you know, I brought it around to where he's looking more straightforward, like Martin originally had sculpted it. But when I did that, I found out that the bottoms of the head of the Batman, it's not a magnet; it's a metal disc about the size of a 50-cent piece. So that's, you know, so when I create my shoulder components for my leather capes, I can just put a magnet in there, and I don't have to worry about the polarity, because, you know, the heads will just, you know, they got that metal disc. So that works out.
Smart engineering.
Can we show them all, or
what up?
Okay, cool.
Do it.
Love that, man.
PF?
Yeah, this is for the new one.
Yeah, this is one of his latest projects. It looks absolutely amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm tempted to buy that, to just buy the statue.
Fantastic statue, by the way.
Yeah, it is. It is a great. Matt Black, man, he killed it on that piece. And I honestly,
fix the camera on yourself, Thor, so we can get a good look at it.
So the one
I did
on the right is yours, Dan. This is a different head on the bust, correct?
You can see the photo. The one on the right is the custom bust with the portrait and the upper torso.
Is it a repaint also?
No, it's a custom. It's custom painted by Matt the paint. But the one on the left is the custom torso bust with the original head from the statue. So you can switch them in and out.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah. I actually kind of like how Matt, you know, the statue that came, the head that came with the statue looks on the bust, preferably better than, you know, the other head. But
so this is just a bust. You can't put it on the statue that it just displayed, right?
Yeah, this is on the statue.
Head. Oh, I'm sorry. That's what I was missing. I'm sorry. I got you.
Yeah, you can take the original head off the statue, and you can put it and display it in the right there. He's got a photo of it right there. You can
Rodney, you should
get off the statue, display it in the bust. And, you know, they're interchangeable.
Yeah.
Before you PO'd this already, I would assume.
I had it. I sold it to Rodney because I was getting the XM.
Yeah, I have the price on.
But if he gets if he does one for the XM, I definitely, like, without the hood, I definitely go for that.
I'll be doing one for the XM. Sorry.
Yeah, that's such a low EX.
That's cool.
I don't.
That's right. Yeah, it's only $250.
I mean, the only way to be able to do it is to, you know, I've got the portrait already. I'd have to. It'd be a lot of engineering to be involved to get it all done, and
it's a lot easier if I would assume, Dan, it's a lot easier if you actually own the piece yourself, because you've got the measurements right there in front of you.
It is. It's
Have you ever thought about doing like an angry portrait for that?
Teeth out.
Like a different kind of expression
for the Darth Maul
for the Sideshow one.
I haven't thought of doing it. Now, the reason why I went with this one here is because of the pose, how he's walking. Like the original head already had that, you know, the movement of him walking and looking slightly to his right.
Right.
Remember in the Phantom Menace, in the scene where him and Obi-Wan are facing off,
pacing him,
Yep.
Behind the laser shield. That's exactly what the likeness is from. I don't know if I sent a photo of that with the.
I don't think so. You can still send it to me. I can show you.
I'll send it to you right now.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a side-by-side view of.
Well, you know what, Dan? When I see that picture we've got up now, to me, it's reminiscent of that scene in the hangar where he drops the back and he's just ready. Like, come on, you know?
Yeah, he's kind of looking at him like a predator looking at its prey, like
a fucking panther.
Yeah, he just got done killing Qui-Gon.
Can you go back to the side by side?
His head's turned quite.
Hold on a second. Let me do the one he sent me. Then I'll go back to it.
Is his head turned too from the original?
It's leaned out a little bit.
Okay. Slightly looking to his right.
Cool. That's what it looked like. I wasn't sure though.
Yeah, I remember exactly what he's talking about, and it was like here we're about to see it now.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely looks like it. It looks great.
Oh shit!
I just really want a different expression.
Sure.
Yeah.
Maybe in the future I may do one.
Yeah, I would love because that looks fantastic.
Thanks. Diva, NAH. Okay, I'm butchering his last name. It's NAH Hong. It's HOANG. Yeah, there you go. It was his original sculpt, initial sculpt, and he had to stop the project because he had other obligations. He couldn't continue. So I hired Hussein Diva to finish it and to take it to what you see now.
Yeah, that almost looks like a freeze frame from the movie.
Yeah,
it's fucking awesome. That's so good.
I like the eyes a lot better on this one.
Well, that was like his Kirby head that he did for the Darkseid BF. As soon as I opened the box, I was like, "Oh yes, man! Like that's Kirby. Like that's Kirby's Darkseid. He looks like he's just checked out of the comic books." So Dan does amazing work.
Yeah, that's Troy McDivitt. He nailed it. That's him.
Yeah.
I mean, and I can't. I mean, I just have a vision of what I want, and I tell the artist what I want. Sometimes I guide. I didn't really have to do much guiding on the dark side. Troy basically nailed it. So
yeah.
Same
with the brow.
Isn't that's the guy who did the XM Punisher extra head, right? Is that the same guy?
Troy's done a bunch of
tons of shit.
He's
Troy's
done
awesome.
Yeah, he did the Conan versus the giant gorilla there. I forget what the name of that piece is. Fury of the Beast.
Fury of the Beast.
Yeah.
He did that statue?
Yep.
Oh wow. Yeah.
He did that Hulk where he's stepping on the Hulk Buster helmet.
Yep. Yes.
Okay, I've seen that.
He did the Wolverine with the Sabretooth head.
Yeah.
Sabretooth that matches that.
Yep.
He did the Wolverine versus Hulk that came out as a fan art way before the diorama came out.
Yeah, he's done a lot of Hulks.
Yep.
He did one of mine.
Yeah. Can we look at that one or no?
Sorry, so people are asking to see the dark side head. So I've actually just got it. I'll just pull it out.
It's up to you. I mean,
it looks so much better than the original.
What's that one?
The dark.
So that's the actual dark side head that he did. As you can see, it's like classic Kirby.
Oh, that's hot. Yeah, that's.
So what's the original one?
Yeah, the original.
Oh no, man! It looks crap.
It looks retarded.
You just discarded that one.
Like, what do you do? Toss it, Jason?
Yeah, he threw it right in the bin.
He played.
You got that thing put up in the
box. Break a window with it.
Packed away and never to be seen again.
Yeah, it literally looks like he was dropped when he was a baby. It's awful.
Yeah. Well, he's just dead in the eyes. You know what I mean? Like, there's none of that Omega beam fire or anything in the eyes in the original. And in that one, it's just like boom, and plus it's an LED head, so you flip the switch and the eyes light up.
Yeah, it's tight.
Dan, can we look at the other piece or no?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, I just making sure. All right.
You bring it up, and he's like, "No."
Oh, Edwin Diaz asked about a Mythos Mall alternate head, and any thought about doing that?
Really, I think the Mythos head looks really good. I don't really think that needs one, but I haven't really thought about it. No.
Is that your main guy? Is Darth Maul?
Look at the picture, man. Look at the profile picture.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Vader. Okay. I just saw the giant. Anyway.
He has the Vader in the back too.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, but Maul looks like he's about to fuck up somebody's day. I love that Maul behind. He looks like he's ready to do some stuff.
I actually repainted the head. It was orange. So
what are those made out of? Those half scales?
They're like little mannequins.
Oh, like the full size ones?
Glass, I think. They could be poly resin.
So they're not too heavy.
I think they actually have them ones on display at Disneyland at Anaheim in the Star Wars section there.
Oh, they might have them in Orlando too, then probably.
Yeah, that mall is nice.
Yo, I'm shocked. They actually there's recasts of that one floating around.
Half scale mall.
Yeah, man.
Really?
Which is fucking bananas because
That's wild.
They don't recast these old fabric statues unless they know that they're people are digging them.
Yeah, same thing with Legendary Scale Doom.
Yeah, they've made it to Grail status where they're unfindable.
Yeah, that whole recast thing is scary because you fuck around and accidentally buy one.
Yeah, but I mean, you could tell when the price if the price on that thing is under $2,000, you're buying a recast.
So they're casting the cloth. So they must be tailoring these with real other fabric, right?
Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
So I mean, how much does it go for? Like the real one?
They were $2,000 MSRP. So in my opinion, all the legendaries should be over $2,000 at this point.
Yeah, because if I'm just getting in this and I really like Maul, I don't know. I don't know that. Yeah.
He was going for like $4,000 or $5,000 at one point.
Yep.
After he sold out.
Wow.
Well, after they stopped making them, I should say, because there wasn't an ES on them. They were just limited editions, just like the Vader there behind me, which I had that all customized also.
I wish that they did have numbers. It would be nice if they. Oh yeah, you did customize that. You changed the lenses in the helmet and shit.
I had them painted. I had the film accurate paint scheme done on the helmet, the shoulder armor, and I had a custom cod piece made. I had the belt boxes painted and done up like they look on the screen. Same with the chest box. I had a custom fabric cape and inner robe made. I didn't make it myself. I had it made from a woman. She makes she does Star Wars capes for Vader, and she has the film accurate material. So, but yeah, went all out on that one.
Everything you just said just like gave me the chills, dude.
Yeah, man. You got to share some of those pictures because I remember when I saw that and I'm like, damn, bro. It's one of those things like the Darth Maul that you did. I didn't even know how inaccurate the portrait was until I saw the accurate portrait.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, man, because I thought it looked great when Sideshow showed it.
Hey, Rodney, you better be careful. You're on the verge of being replaced by Dan.
That ain't happening, bro. Well, no offense, Dan.
No, it's all good.
I'm just glad to have you for sure.
So Dan, tell us about this one, man.
All right. Whoops, hold on. Sorry.
No problem.
You can click. I don't know if you know this, Dan. You can click the little windows below to focus on someone's screen.
Oh, I can?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. I didn't know that.
And then if you click it again, it'll automatically go to who's talking.
I gotcha.
Otherwise, it'll stay.
I'll go to those after we finish.
Oh, thanks. I didn't know that.
No worries.
Yeah. This is quite the monster, huh?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Our boy Lee Etherington will definitely might like this one.
I really like the face portrait on it. So this is a custom altogether, right?
Yes.
Top to bottom, nice.
Yeah, that's an amazing head sculpt.
Look at
Water. What is this? Are those flames?
Those are flames.
Nice.
What the base represents, I don't know how old you guys are, but I grew up watching the Incredible Hulk TV show in the 70s.
Saturday. Oh.
I saw reruns of it.
Yep. So
Bill Bixby.
Yep, Bill Bixby, Lou Ferrigno. So
my dad used to have me watch that show when I was a kid.
Yeah,
walking down the highway at the end of every episode.
I love that show so much. I mean, I used to take my younger brother's clothes and I'd put them on and wear them and mother off. But the base represents the pilot episode at the end where he breaks out of the hyperbaric chamber. That's what the windows are on the bottom. The flame at the end of that episode. The lab catches on fire. The head sculpt on this was done by Caleb Nebson. Gaurav Kumar sculpted the base and the figure. The whole concept and pose and everything I came up with as far as with the positioning. It took quite some time to get it to where it is, to what it looks like now, working with Gaurav, just because he doesn't really know the character all that much. So this is one of those cases where I did art direct him as far as how things should look, anatomically and all that. But I had Caleb Nebsen do that head there. Hossein Diba did a head. I had Sheridan Dose do one, and Gaurav Kumar did one. Yeah, there you go. That one's based on the artwork of Lin Leal Yu. I think is that how you say it? Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah. And then that one there. That's a Lou Ferrigno Bill.
Yeah. That's the one.
That head right there looks way better than the one that Iron Studios tried to do.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
And it fits the body right. Like
exactly.
Studio ones don't fit the body
Ooh,
right.
I like that one there too.
I like the Caleb one a lot.
Yeah, Caleb did a great job. They all did a great job, really.
I'm a sucker for that Bill.
How much is this thing?
It is in total height. It's right around 32 inches tall from the bottom of the base to the top of this.
Cool. Is this already on pre-order?
He's pretty big. What's that?
Is this already up for pre-order?
Or
do we
no.
I wasn't sure. I was like, should I ask? Sorry, my bad. Cool concept.
I love those heads.
Great fan art.
Yeah, that's a cool picture, man.
Yeah,
it's a private commission, is what that is.
Cool.
Yeah, man. Nobody can stop you from making one of a kind art.
That's right.
This is a free world, baby.
Exactly.
That's it.
Thank you for sharing it with us.
That's awesome.
Super dope.
Yeah, give me a minute. I'm gonna pull up the pictures you just sent me.
I'm so curious to see how big that reached out hand is next to like a human face.
Oh yeah.
And Dan, you said it was 32 inches tall?
Yeah.
Oh my God,
that's crazy.
Yeah, the hands are as big as your hands.
Oh my goodness.
Jesus.
This must be Star Wars.
Oh.
I'm guessing Star Wars.
This is artwork here, man.
Stop teasing us and show.
I know, bro.
Okay.
So a good friend of mine, David Carty, did the paint work for me. So that's all hand painted, just like the actual props were done for the film for A New Hope.
So this is what scale?
This is the half scale.
Oh, okay. So this is just a different paint job.
I had it painted, repainted.
Cool.
The head or the helmet.
Nice. Damn, that thing's huge.
They did the belt.
He's tall?
30 something.
He's a good.
That's the one behind you, right?
It's pretty close to 4 feet.
Wow.
40-something inches, I think.
42. Cool.
Something like that.
I'm looking at this on 3 different screens. I want everybody to know. I'm like peering on my computer for more detail. That's crazy, man.
Look at the wear on the buttons, dude.
Yeah, Dave did a
crazy.
Great job. He actually painted my SL. That stands for Sith Lord, if you're wondering.
I was wondering, actually.
But yeah, you can see how like the little red rings around the silver posts, like those.
That was cool.
Those didn't come with the statue. He had to customize all that, and what he did was he bought some red beads and sanded them all down and fit them around the, drilled them out and fit them on there.
Wow.
We even did the little the belt buckle. We kind of like a lot of people don't realize like most people when they look at Darth Vader, they see Darth Vader, and most can't determine which version it is from A New Hope to Empire Strikes Back to Return of the Jedi.
Exactly.
Sith. But there's so many minute details from version to version that if you don't know what they are, then you won't notice them. Like the belt buckle here, like on A New Hope, it was just slightly cockeyed. Like it does, if you look at that, it isn't perfectly centered and squared to the back plate. I'm talking about the silver buckle itself. And then the cod piece is different from version to version. Even the Even the lightsabers different from version to version. Chest boxes are different from version to version. The helmet, there's very many variations of minor details that are different on the helmet than there is from compared from version to version.
I noticed this one doesn't have the Hebrew lettering.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. It doesn't have it.
So that shows up in Empire.
That shows up in Empire.
Okay, yeah, that's what see, these people, they don't understand what me and you talking about, bro. So don't worry about it.
I love it. I love it.
It's Greek to them,
man,
bro.
I didn't realize. I don't think I've ever noticed anything besides like the helmet, slight differences in the helmet.
Yeah,
Yep.
if you notice in Empire, they put lettering underneath these three lights. It's actually Hebrew, but it doesn't say anything. It's just gibberish.
Right.
And it's you know what I mean. So
yeah, the one
You
thing
gotta really research that stuff though to find all that stuff out. I mean, you'll never notice that on screen.
we know.
but like if you look at this photo here,
Hebrew for embrace the dark side.
what's that?
I said I thought it was Hebrew for embrace the dark side.
They're big. But you can see the lights on the chest box and the belt boxes, the green and the red. Like those, like I don't understand why they came like this. I don't know if it was a flaw or what, but I mean, they came uncolored. So I just colored these in just because this is what it really should look like. Not lit up. But those green lights actually should be green on the belt boxes, and there should be a red and green light on the chest box. But did a little 3D paint. But see, they light up the right colors, so it's kind of stupid to shut them off, and they're all white, so it kind of looks stupid.
Dan, how did you guys make the cod piece? What was that made out of? Like actual fabric?
That's real leather.
Yo, man.
Yeah. There's a guy, I can't remember where he's from. He's across the pond. I forget his name. I should say his name's Ernest or something like that. I forget his last name. But he makes film accurate, life size belt boxes and cod pieces, for costumes. And I asked him, I don't know, just out of the blue, I saw him make it. He posted, and I said, "Hey, you think you can make a half scale version?" And then he was all about wanting to do it because it was a challenge. And I took some measurements for him, and
Boom shakalaka.
yeah, boom shakalaka. Sure enough, there it is.
Does his dick flap look the same in all the different versions? Because I thought I saw on one of the Hot Toys, like the
Dude, it was Murdoch and Mustafa. Don't you watch the movies?
Well, yeah, but I don't have them all up at the same time to be like, all right, listen, this is like, check out the degrees. Where, but like Hot Toys did one of like I think it was the Rogue One, or Rogue One version.
Yeah,
it looked like an actual like a dick flap, really. Like this one looked like pants.
These are
the other. I'll show it, huh?
Yeah, but do you know what this is though? These are what boxers used to wear. Back in the day. So it's basically a cup.
No, I understand.
Okay.
But like when I show you the Rogue One, you're gonna be like, that looks like a dick flap, and I'm gonna be like, listen.
Right. Well, it is. Yeah, I know what it looks. It's more puffy.
Yeah, it looks
rounded,
like it's excited, right?
I don't know, man. I was paying attention to his lightsaber, not his dick. So
no, look.
They're both lightsabers.
His other saber, right?
No, look at this. Look at that.
Jason, it's all about the most important details, okay?
No, look at this stuff.
Yes, that's a cod piece.
But then why did they change it? It looks
because it's a new movie.
It actually looked like in the Rogue One. I didn't. Okay.
Yeah. In Rogue One, it actually looked like that.
Look at that.
It actually, it's puffy. It's more puffy. It's not like if you look.
Looks like you got chub.
If you look at a New Hope version, it's more looks like the one that's on the figure that I have. I mean, the guy who does it is real meticulous and pays attention to detail.
hey, Ryan, Archangel said Ryan's staring at that bulge soon, forgetting about Aquaman.
Aqua who? That's good. I just noticed that they all look the same. They all look different. I was just curious. If
that's the thing. They are. They all look different from version to version. You know,
which one's your favorite?
A New Hope.
Okay.
He's the more menacing and more evil looking. You know, the paint job and the paint app and, you know, just the prop itself, you know, really looked like a Darth Vader, you know, out in space, and it's all battle weathered and, you know, like he was wearing it for a while. So
fully formed.
Yeah. Plus, you know, the dome is slightly larger or longer. It has the Widow's Peak compared to in A New Hope. It also sits down a little lower over the face mask. That's why, you know, it looks so menacing. In Empire Strikes Back, they got rid of the Widow's Peak. They evened out the back of the dome a little bit, so it kind of made the back skirt a little shorter. And then it sits up a little higher on the face mask because they put a ring mount on the top of the mask. So
you think that was more feedback from the actor from the first one saying like the suit was really uncomfortable to wear?
Well, I think it's just the production team and, you know, knowing what happened and how things went on in A New Hope for when they did Empire Strikes Back. Like they knew what worked and what didn't work so well in A New Hope. Because in Empire Strikes Back, you know, Darth Vader's in that movie a lot more than he was in A New Hope. Even so from Return of the Jedi, but
he's doing a lot more movements too, like with the lightsaber fight with Luke and stuff. Yeah,
there was actually a lot of those movements. Like he was wearing a stunt helmet, so you didn't really, you know, where the whole bottom of the mask was cut out, so he could see down, you know, see where he's walking and stuff. Or I should say, the actor, you know, fencing and all that.
Like I think, when the lightsaber scene, I don't even think that was David Prowse.
No,
that wasn't David Prowse.
No, I can't remember what his name is, but it wasn't David. It was some fencing specialist or something or whatever. But yeah.
Yo, I'm digging the passion, bro.
Yeah.
I love that shit. Hearing you talk makes me feel like I'm not fucking crazy. I love it.
You're not, sir. So you guys want to check out the rest of the picks, the new shit coming out this week? Or
check them out.
Let's do it.
All right. And Rodney, I think you'll like this first one, man.
All right, let's see what this is about.
See, all right. Here's the thing. I want me a Chun-Li statue.
I do too. I've seen it.
I really I don't want her to be a fucking sex statue. So I don't like
No, come on.
Just take it for what it is, man.
Anyone who played the game and used Chun-Li, that was a signature move.
You know what? Then show a blur. Show a blur around her legs. Otherwise, it's just her legs are supposed to be spinning. Show a helicopter. Show them spinning. This is just, you know, to give me a crotch shot. And I might as well. Look, if I really want that, there's a website called Pornhub you can go to, and you can get that out of your system. I don't need.
You can get it out.
I don't need that on the statue. Plus, I gotta be able to display this. How do I explain this statue? Like how do I explain this statue?
You put it on the very top shelf, bro.
But then doesn't that defeat the purpose? Don't you want to see the camel toe and all that?
You just pull it down whenever you want.
You go in the game and show them the spinning bird kick.
How about they just do a Chun-Li statue where she's in a different pose? This is like for my back closet, like where nobody else sees it, and I just went out
because they know this gonna sell out. That's why.
Rodney, I don't see how this one's any worse than Aspen.
No, this is definitely worse because this is in your face, dude. This is in your face. That's in your face. That is in your face.
She's wearing more clothes. She's wearing more clothes than Aspen, though.
Dude, but that's
around
that is very much different than the Aspen statue. Trust me. She's just in a bikini, and you only see her butt if you look at the back. This is crotch in your face. This is strip club. This is strip club.
It leaves nothing for the imagination.
This is in a strip club.
Exactly.
I don't need to buy a strip club statue. I don't. I mean, like at least try to make it look like she's doing this. Like put a blur. You know how with the Flash statues they do a blur effect when he's running. Do that with her legs or something.
That's gonna look like some weird softcore porn if it's just blurred on her.
It looks like that. It's like Eat Me. That's what that looks like.
Statues speak differently to you than me, huh?
Dude,
I don't know, Rodney. It says different things to me than it says to you.
To me, it says hi.
Yeah.
Right. What's waving at you? What's waving at you, Ryan? Her hand is on the floor. So what's waving at you? What is she waving at you with?
Those flaps on her dress.
Some toes, some camel toes.
Damn, dude.
Because she's not waving at you with her hand. I'm sorry. You showed the statue. They showed the statue. I'm just saying. Like,
we're going into detail.
I want a Chun-Li statue or Chun-Li statue, but yeah, this ain't the one.
Yo, first of all, who took these fucking pictures, bro? Like, these pictures are hastily taken.
I think Rogue Rick took these pictures.
Look like Thor took them. That'd be Thor's like, I got all the angles, bro.
Are you going to check out this show when it comes to America? The Empire Strips Back?
No, that's nice.
So, are you gonna, Rodney? Are you interested in all in the PCS 1/3 Chun-Li in the classic outfit?
See, I'm trying to wait on Sosa and see what he does, but I mean that's a long way coming.
In his boutique
with his prototypes, I think he's going back to doing the 1/4 and the 1/6 scale. I would like to see what he does with Chun-Li. I don't like the PCS one. Is that the real muscle? Heavy Chun-Li, she looks like She-Hulk.
Yeah, but
I don't like that one.
Hides a lot of it, but yeah, her thighs are kind of
see, because to me, Chun-Li is very athletic, but she's not She-Hulk.
Did you see the Sosa prototypes?
He hasn't done it yet.
Yeah, he just showed a picture of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, please. We might need to show that today because
let me try to find it.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Because I know he's talking about
message Sosa and have him unban me or unblock me.
You're banned.
This one for you, Jason.
I don't see the point of this fan art right here. Nothing's going to beat that Prime one.
Yeah,
I'm
sorry.
That probably isn't Prime one money though. So
yeah, who's all getting that Prime one?
Out of all the Prime ones that they've shown, that's the most tempting for me.
Yeah.
Because I really love the character, like the way that he was written, and particularly that backstory of how he was created was like, boom, mind-blowing.
Blown mind.
Dude, so he breaks the Joker's neck. He breaks the Joker's neck, and the last thing that comes out, the last breath, is a toxin that comes out that basically turns him into the Joker.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of like lazy writing. One gas is going to turn him into the Joker?
No, well, you find out that the Joker toxin that he's been developing all these years and that he actually injected himself with, and it's actually in his bloodstream. So the last breath it actually releases.
Yeah, once he dies, it infects whoever killed him.
Whoever kills him, yeah.
It sounds kind of lame.
It's all right.
It's a fail-safe.
Yeah, it's not the best. I'm definitely not feeling this.
This is the one. Yeah. Are these the heads from the one that you got it, Tim?
What's wrong? Is that supposed?
What are those go to?
Are these to the one that Tim's got?
Yes.
Is that?
I like those. I think they look good.
I think they look tight.
Is that one on the right looks creepy? Like
so that's the first Sabretooth with a smile like that.
Yeah.
For me, that's the portrait for that statue.
Really?
Yes, 100%. In person, it's fucking unreal.
You know what he's saying, Rodney? Free candy. Candy makes you dandy.
Because that looks like he's about to enjoy what's gonna happen.
Oh, good.
Nobody's done that yet. I'm trying to find it.
Hey, is that really how you say your name? Have I been mispronouncing your name for 2 decades?
I've gone before between Chun-Li and Chun-Li.
I'm just curious because I would like to be corrected. If that is
Chun-Li.
I think either one.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. But I don't mind the PCS one because the classic costume covers a lot of the overly embellished.
See, when I look at her though, I'm like, that's not Chun-Li because Chun-Li's not. She's not China muscle.
She didn't have Kim Kardashian hips either, right?
Like, yeah, and she's not like muscular like China from wrestling or She-Hulk. She's not. She's very athletic and muscular.
What you got against?
I think we're missing the main point here. Why is Ryan drinking a beer from a wine glass?
I don't know.
Wine glass, dude.
Rodney,
Get some culture.
Yeah, yo.
why you not like the muscular ladies, man?
No, I don't. It depends. If for China, I don't, because that's not who she was in the game.
I like
Her legs are pretty muscular in the game. I like muscular legs.
I like them big and buff.
Her legs were very toned, but she wasn't.
Yeah, her upper
She-Hulk. You paint that statue, that PCS statue green, and it would pass for She-Hulk easy. China won't. I mean, China. Damn it. Chun-Li won't pass for She-Hulk because she's still got that feminine edge to her. She's just,
Rodney, you're gonna like what you see right now.
Okay. Yeah, I want to see.
What were you saying, Dan?
I was just saying he's right. Chung-Li is her upper body is more thin and more feminine.
See, yeah, and that's not even showing me much, but I'm already.
Yeah, you can see the form of her arm.
Yeah,
She's
she's
that
in
muscular
shape.
in the PCS one.
Yeah, she's gonna have, I mean, I'm thinking of the old Street Fighter game anyway. I'm not like the new age. I'm old school.
Yeah, that's a nice. So hopefully this will be after Ken and
Gary Speed said transvestite, Rodney.
the PCS one, maybe. Yeah.
See, I don't think it looks that bad.
She's not a lady. It's a man.
Which one, the PCS one?
The man,
I don't think it looks that bad.
Yeah, I just think she's too manly looking.
Do we have a picture of the PCS one? Because you guys keep talking about it, but I don't think I've ever seen it.
It's 1/3 scale.
I got you.
Yeah, it's like 2 or 3 different outfits.
You see that?
Give me a sec.
But like, yeah, the one where she's showing you her goodies, and she's upside down. The one that we just saw,
Spinning vag.
yeah, body wise, nice, right shape, but just just
Look at her hips, dude. They're like
yeah. See this one,
even her.
she's
a football player.
like yeah, she is. She will hurt you. You can.
Where's the one in the black dress, man? That's the one I like.
Yeah, that's the I like that one.
That's the
I don't
one.
like that one as much.
I love it.
Yeah.
This one?
That one.
Woo! Basically naked.
Yep.
That's She-Hulk.
Yeah.
That one looks more like She-Hulk, but in the other costume, it looks good.
But it's the same body, just different outfit. It's She-Hulk. That's She-Hulk.
You can't see the arm. You can't see how those big arms, on the other one.
But the Chun-Li in the game, there's no mistaking her for She-Hulk.
Yeah, because her arms are thin all the way down.
Yeah.
I like it. So I'm
with you, man.
Yeah,
I'm with you, bro.
I'm gonna display mine without the dress.
Just take.
Nothing wrong with that.
Wait, Mac, you're getting this?
Let's see what's fully sculpted underneath.
Huh?
You're getting this, Mac?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I do want
to
to
the channel, kid.
Yeah, if they come down on price on this, I'd definitely be down for this.
What is this, like 900? What is this?
Well, here's the thing with PCS, right? I mean, like, I've not seen a single PCS piece that you can't get for sale cheaper on the seconds market after its release.
Yeah, that's true.
Except Sagat.
I think this one
many.
and Sagat are going to be gone.
Yeah, Sagat I'm getting. I have to.
But how many years do you need to wait for the delay?
So what?
How many years do you have to wait for it to be delayed?
I made a reservation. Don't worry, brother.
As long as they don't do what they did with the ninjas, it's going to be worth the wait.
Well, now that Sideshow's in more control, I think it's going to be less problems.
Dude,
Yeah,
I went to the PCS Facebook community and I was like, is Sagat still on schedule? And like 5 or 6 people they didn't even write anything. They just laughed. They just wrote laughing emoji.
Sideshow has low key taken over that PCS thing. It's not.
Dude, I mean, like they did PCS reveals for 12 days. They're doing PCS unboxings now.
Yeah.
They're really backing PCS pretty hard. So,
which I might get that Howling statue.
Sideshow, they bought them, didn't they? Bought them out.
I think so.
Did they buy him out already? Okay, I didn't know.
They didn't do an official announcement, did they? But I think y'all are right. I think they did.
Yeah, no, I think it's just
Yeah.
The same.
Nick 666 in the channel said Sideshow is the only distribution exclusively of PCS.
Yeah.
That isn't true, buddy. Actually, Pop Culture down in Victoria is the exclusive distributor, and they sell their exclusives here in Australia.
Well, there you have it now.
Rodney, you up with this one, bro?
So Pop Culture doesn't get their stock from Sideshow?
Yeah, but I mean, what Jason's not realizing is most people don't ever even consider that Australia exists. Yes, get him back, baby. Get him back, baby. Roast him. I burnt him. Gotcha, Jason.
Ouch.
Hey, what with you, Jason? What with you?
So this Punisher reminds me of the old Punisher video game that Nick Fury was in a little bit.
I like this.
You know, because I mean it's all right. I hate that. Like,
why is one blue and one is black?
Oh, like when I think of this, though, I think of that old side scroller Punisher video game that Nick Fury was in.
Yeah, we played in Ocean City.
That's the only thing I could think of. Like and
I hate the cigarette. I just don't think he would be smoking. You know what I mean?
I've never seen him smoke.
Yeah,
yeah, he drank, but yeah, he rarely smoked. But again, only thing I could think of is the video. I hate both portraits, honestly. I don't like either portrait.
Generic white guy?
What about the mask?
This is a generic. Like, I'm tired of the generic white guy Punishers. Really, I want a Punisher now. No, it's not. He's white, right?
I'm just
he's not a generic black guy. He's a white guy.
Explain to what a generic white guy looks like.
He's saying he wants one that reminds him of like a face from a comic book,
not
just like white guy that looks like he could take a punch in the face.
Yes,
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I should be able to look at him and say, okay, this reminds me of Punisher War Journal or some Punisher War Zones, or like something from the comics. But they keep doing just put a white guy face on it and give him a skull, and that's Punisher. And like neither one of these portraits do anything for me. So
it may be weak, but it's true, 18.
So Edwin Diaz is saying that Mike Zeck's Punisher was blue, so that's why one is blue.
Yeah, but the faces
the portraits is what we're talking about for sure.
Yeah, the faces don't look like.
The costume's too clean. The costume's too clean for me in blood.
It's like Jason Jones mask.
There's some blood splatter on the white parts and things like that.
Like they almost went in the direction of the old Sideshow PF with the white gloves and the white boots and all that.
I like this one better than that one though.
He's a lot bulkier. He's bigger than that. Yeah, I mean body wise, I guess I like it.
I like
better.
the suit and everything better than the Sideshow one.
Why? Just because he's bigger?
No, I mean the suit. To me, the suit looks better than the Sideshow one. Like I don't know, just to me, it just does.
Because it looks like all the areas, all the white areas are the same.
Well, no, I'm not saying it's. I just think it's done better to me.
I agree.
Wasn't the Sideshow some mixed media?
Yeah, it was mixed media.
It almost looked like black pajamas.
No, but the Sideshow one was bright white from what I saw. Right? I haven't seen.
Yeah. Yeah, and it looked like black pajamas on it. Like,
I'm curious if somebody would ever take that old Sideshow PF and paint all the white out black.
Dude, just that holster doesn't need to be white. Just take that off, and it would be better.
I think that might actually make the statue look good.
Yeah, talking about the belt and all the shit on it.
I'm saying the gloves, the boots, all that. That old Sideshow version.
There's too much.
It's very, very reminiscent of the old Sideshow PF.
Yeah. I love the new Sideshow PF. Holy shit!
Yeah, that's gonna be nice.
The only thing I don't like about it is the skull smoke coming out of the gun.
Yeah,
you can probably take that out though. Yeah, they tried it. They tried it, and you can probably take it out. Yeah. So I'm not mad at them for that. I hate the face paint more than I hate the smoke, but as long as they give me another portrait, which
Rodney
is still
Iron Studios or go home.
Oh no, the Iron Studios one is better to me, but I'm still gonna get the Sideshow one. I'm still gonna get it.
Word. You can get this one too.
What I like about that smoke though is that it's really just great creativity. You know.
Yeah,
Thinking
yeah.
outside the box.
They tried something, and if I don't like it,
good, but it's just not practical.
yeah. Well, I mean, from some angles, it looks pretty good, and you know, so it'll look cool some ways. And if I don't like it, I'm sure I can pull it out. What'd you say, Ryan? Am I gonna get what?
The one that we just saw?
No. Nah.
Rodney's refined his taste. I love it. I love it so much, bro.
Yeah, I got 2 more Punishers, the Sideshow one and a fan art, and unless something really special comes along that reminds me of the comic, I'm done with Punisher.
Better not be over 1,300, Rodney.
What's over 1,300?
Isn't that your rule?
Yeah.
Isn't that the rule you already
but
once a year?
Right, and I have that set for
I know.
a Predator for this year.
Just saying, whatever comes out.
I do like that Sideshow one, a new one that's coming.
Hell
Yeah, that's gonna be nice. That one's not. Oh, go ahead.
I just wish you know the bat. You know, I don't know so much. I mean, I get the whole bat thing, but I mean, I just wish that he came with like a big ass gun or something to switch out on that.
It might. We don't know.
I mean,
I need Dan, bro.
I love the idea that it's a bat, though.
Yeah, I know a lot of people.
I'll just play it with the bat for sure.
I like a big ass gun.
I like that there's the Kingpin cane on the floor.
There.
So that makes me feel like they might be doing a Kingpin. Which
Exactly.
is
Yeah, I really hope they do a Kingpin.
Yeah, I mean,
I definitely want that.
What'd you say?
I said, let's hope he's not sitting on a throne.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the XM one is good for what it is, but you know, I think everybody could be unanimous that could be a good statue to replace. Yeah,
sure. Just as long as he doesn't look like Into the Spider-Verse.
Great movie, but yeah, they kind of made him look weird.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell? He's block. He's a huge block.
Yeah, he's like a big box.
Yeah.
You know, he reminded me of Gru from the Minions.
Oh,
like the
oh yeah, like a fatter Gru.
Yeah, like what's that? Despicable Me.
Yeah, or maybe Gru, who played like linebacker for his football team, and now he's old. Maybe I put too much thought into that.
Yeah, but the only Batman who carries a gun now is that Grim Batman. The new one that they're doing from the Batman Who Laughs.
Yeah.
He recruited him from another dimension where the Batman uses guns and he's packed with weaponry like the Punisher and shit. But other than that, I mean, that's the core reason. Batman hates guns. His parents were killed by blokes with guns, so he doesn't use guns.
Yeah, but he realized that's the best way. He would still have his friends if he would just kill the Joker.
Speaking of Batman,
I agree with you there that Batman should have killed the Joker fucking years ago.
Yep.
Edwin Diaz said the original Batman did carry a gun.
Yeah, back in the 30s. Yeah, but that was before they did the origin story where his parents were killed in an alleyway.
Oh, you would have to.
Then he was just a rich billionaire playboy that decided I'm going to dress up like a bat and go around and take out the criminals.
Oh, so you would have had to have read the comics to know all this, right?
Yeah, pretty much. One of them multiple millions of people that have read the Batman comics throughout the years. The ones that read more than X-Men, A-Team, you know?
I'm holstering my weapon, Jason. I don't want it with you tonight. Love you, buddy.
You're only holstering your weapon because you know that you're targeting Batman that has more fans.
I'm up 2-0 right now.
Oh man.
Iron Studios Batman 110 scale.
See, this is
you know what? You know the only thing that stops me with their 1/10 scale? They're charging what you charge for a 1/6 for 1/10. And I'm like, man, the quality's there, but I just find that price point too hard to break.
Isn't the paint really good in the sculpt though?
Have they broken 200 for these? Or are they still around 150
for the normal sized ones? I thought you might even be able to get them to $80 at BBT.
I mean, see this one. See, I thought they were around 1. I know that Punisher one was like 150. That 10 scale Punisher they did was 150. This one I could see as 150 to 180. That Punisher I wasn't getting for 150.
I can't look at this Batman the same anymore after the collector's chat last night when Carlito said that it looked like he was disc jockeying a horse or something like that.
Yeah. Giddy up.
Yeah, so hold on. Master Pizza said that this is $100.
This one is?
It's 150 Batman statue.
Well,
Yeah,
Batman,
say.
so 150 is like 220 Australian. You know what I'm saying? So for 220, I can get a decent 1/6 scale DC collectibles. You know what I mean?
I think their normal
Bring out more
110 price is 150, which I wouldn't pay 150 for a 10 scale.
No.
For that one, yeah.
Not for 110. Not for 110.
For that one, I would with the gargoyle.
But
the
other ones are 100. My bad.
Dang,
Sorry,
dude,
Master Pizza.
Like the Punisher one was 150 because I was gonna get it until I saw how much they were asking for it.
Yo, this statue's 170 on Big Bad Toy Store.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You see the price differential between the 1/10 to 1/6, and it's just not worth it. I mean, they do amazing work on studios, but their 1/10 line is just way overpriced for what it is. Kotobukiya did the same. When Kotobukiya first started their 1/10 line, they were like, I think, between
$99.
39 to max 60. Right?
Now, but do you
When
think
they started getting into the villains, they bumped the price up twofold. So it was
Wait,
like
are you
180
talking about-
a piece. Like,
Are you
no
talking
way.
about the fine art for
The 110.
No, they're 1/10 one. They're
Artifacts Plus? Artifacts Plus.
but do you think this is on the same scale as Kotobukiya, or is it better?
The problem is there's different materials. They use PVC for theirs, and this is stone.
See, I look at this one and I think it's better than Koto. So I would expect it to be a little more.
Even in saying that, Rodney, so a Koto piece, the same thing, would cost you around 120 Australian, right? But with the price on that, you're already looking at 220 Australian. So add an extra $100. Is
Can
it
you do
worth
this in real money?
Oh gosh.
I'm just being the dick.
Yo, Dan is just rocking this helmet.
Stormtroopers like no comment.
Right, move along.
Move along, nothing to see here.
These are not the 1/10 scales you're looking for.
So everybody's saying that these are polystone.
It does.
Yeah, I think they are. They're
It's on the website.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are.
All right, let's move on from this Batman. Ed dude says.
Oh, Master Pizza says it's $9.90 now.
Actual Punisher is $89.99.
Because it wasn't when it came out. Trust when I looked, it wasn't when it first came out.
Dude, that's a huge difference from the
Yeah, for 90 I would get it. When it was 150, I wasn't going to get it. $30.
That's dope. I'm going to their website.
Yeah, I have to check that out there.
I'll check it out for you, Rodney.
Cool.
Does my voice sound different?
No.
We got stormtroopers in the chat.
Is this Queen? Is this Queen City?
Y'all talking about money? You talking about $3,000 for this?
Yeah, that's insane.
I'm gonna tell you what though, if they do a Bruce,
dude, our bros at Rad Titan were saying that they're kind of like in like a weird precarious situation.
Scandalous.
It was scandalous.
Are they licensed or aren't they?
I guess there's no confirmation yet, but it is worth mentioning, and thanks to them for bringing that up. Because I was under the impression it was all licensed.
Because I'm gonna tell you, that takes some serious guts to do this and ask for that amount of money and not be licensed.
That shit is legit, though.
Yeah,
that's studio quality right there.
No, it's 150 on their website, dude.
That's what I was
Don't you guys kind of wish that hand?
Did I put Master Pizza in timeout for being wrong?
He's messing with my emotions.
Timeout. Sorry, Thor.
Damn, so this is nice.
That's gonna be some expensive upkeep for the silicone.
It would be cool if they let you switch out the arm and give them the little pointer finger that's already the blade.
Yeah, that'd be tight.
That would be nice.
Totally.
But damn, I mean,
you guys want to see something really cool?
Yeah.
Hold on. I've been waiting a long time for this thing. And hopefully, eventually, I'll be getting it soon. Now that I know how to work this screen share thingamajig. Can you see me?
Nope.
Ed dude made a good point. You buy one of them busts, and then Disney hits them with the cease and desist, and you're kind of screwed.
I saw this bus through the week, and it looks fantastic. But what's the price on it? It's freaking really expensive.
It's kissing $3,000, I think.
Yeah, pass.
Look at that hair. Looks like David Bowie hair from Labyrinth.
Yeah, the eyebrows got to be plucked in.
Damn.
Ooh, that's almost looking like the show.
Yeah, it's the artist's rendition. It's his take on it.
Yes, like widen them out a little bit, but yeah, it definitely looks Lou Ferrigno-ish.
That's how big it is.
Oh, damn.
Oh, wow, that's a lot bigger than I was expecting.
Oh, wow. He almost looks like Penn from Penn and Teller. Penn
Lee Joyner.
What's it?
His name's Lee Joyner.
Okay.
He does makeup and stuff for Hollywood and stuff.
Damn, that looks
better
nice.
than that constipated Hulk that Sideshow did recently.
There y'all go.
No, that was a stroke.
It looks all right.
No, if they would have just kept one half, and they could have made 2 different statues out of that.
That did not look like the stroke Hulk. It looked fine. Just shouldn't have had blue brown.
All
right, Tim, you're up.
What am I up on?
Oh, this the one with the butt chin he don't like.
Spoiler alert.
Sorry.
I have
small
gripes, man.
The chin is terrible.
I have small gripes, bro. I feel like the shoulder pads are too round. They look more like the whiskered costume.
Could that be the angle, though?
It could be because it looks big on the right side and small on the left side.
Yeah.
I love the concept.
Oh yeah, I see.
I love the concept. Him fighting ninjas, I'm all for that.
Love the gore.
I do think that that looks really cool to me.
Looks so fragile, though.
Ninjas,
I love that gore.
You can't really mess that up.
That blood looks fragile, though, don't you?
Yeah.
It may be, yeah.
It's concerning.
Well, we'll see.
And then the honeycombing on the suit, I wish it was tighter. It just I see inconsistencies in the sizes of them. So in certain spots, it's like it almost looks like it's stretched, but it wouldn't stretch there if his body was in that position.
So is this a variant of the XM?
No, this is a fan art.
They make the arrows sticking in him.
It does have similarities to that XM though, where he's like on top of like a rooftop. But
yeah, let's see the rooftop.
See, what I'm seeing on this is that
he wearing the brown outfit, A-Team, in that story arc where he was taking on the ninjas. Japan.
Yes, but there's artwork. There's artwork where he's in the tiger stripe suit fighting them also, because that's Frank Miller run where he's in the brown.
Right. What's the one where he's in the yellow suit?
I don't know. Maybe like Wolverine Goes to Hell or something like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that the Jason Aaron one or whatever?
Yeah,
I think it was Jason Aaron at least.
I think it's Jason Aaron. I have that on me.
I just haven't read it.
He's borrowing
Archangel said he's borrowing Aquaman's shirt.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's little things that I would suggest to change, but it's not something I'm going to buy, so I'll just, this looks cool, I guess.
This is interesting. It looks like he's riding a wave.
Another Silver Surfer.
And then look, he's.
I've only seen one. I really, really, really
why
like.
Why is it look like his powers are the wave? That's kind of weird.
He's riding through space. It's just part of the space.
I think the board is too short too.
It should be bigger.
Is it not his pot? Is it not his stance?
It should be placed further down the board. Yeah,
he's got a pretty wide stance though.
Yeah, but usually the board is like.
The board's much taller than him.
Yeah, the board is taller than him.
Okay.
Yeah, when you see them, like using the Bowen one as an example, which I'd say is probably the best. Like, look at A-Team's one behind him there. You see the board's about a couple of feet higher than his head.
Yeah.
There is quite the plethora of characters being done lately.
You mean like being duplicated like over and over?
Yeah, but Marvel doesn't have that many good characters, Dan. That's why they've got to keep doing the same ones again and again.
Oh, don't give me a
Get
break.
out of here. Get out of
Like
here.
there's not many Batmans. Go fuck yourself.
Ryan just said, "Get that weak shit out of here."
Yeah, man, fuck that.
Oh man,
There's so many Supermans and Batmans.
Where's your license, Sinister, Ryan?
Huh?
Where's your license, Sinister?
Oh
there is a
man, see, I fucked up.
He's got it on pre-order, right? Blind pre-order from XM.
Oh yeah, that's right. Actually, XM's coming out one. So suck it.
Oh, you mean the one? You mean that company that only has a Southeast Asia license?
Yeah.
So much hate.
Still counts, bitch ass.
Speaking of XM, this is the XM Cyborg 1/6 scale.
I need more liquor. I'll be right back.
Oh, is that what that is? I've seen that, but I didn't know that's what it was.
Apart from that,
It's not gonna touch the Prime one.
no,
I agree.
It looks more like War Machine to me.
He looks too skinny for some reason.
well, put it this way: the top part of his arm looks way too thin, and the bottom part's way too chunky for his cannon.
Yeah.
Yeah, the chest piece being rectangular looks to me like War Machine. Doesn't remind me of like.
It doesn't. It's not solid.
I mean, XM, they'll find
needs a big circle.
They'll come up with a crazy paint job and they'll find some way to make it look impressive. I just don't know if it'll touch the Prime one.
Whose is this one?
This is
XM.
Oh, XM.
Yeah, the only thing I wish Prime ones would have had would have been a light up feature for the chest.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that I think it was missing. I think this one looks like it might have a light up feature. The way that they have that chest hollowed out and the part of the belt.
Sneak peek.
Speaking of XM, this is they put this out. They improving on the Batman piece.
Sanity.
I mean, like
better and better with this piece the more updates they bring out. Like they're really taking on board the feedback from the collecting community, and they're doing a great job on it.
How are they improving on it?
I mean, it doesn't look as marbly as New York. You know what I mean? So I can think it's a great job.
That kind of just looks like stone.
You know,
didn't a lot of people like the marble look?
Yeah, this looks like stone. This doesn't look marble to me.
I like the marble look better than the stone look.
In person, it looked really cool too. It looked like a milky, smoky look. I mean, look, this is a pretty.
No, this is the only one they put out.
Judge on it.
Yeah, this picture's hard to.
Yeah, to me, the marble finish made it look more like a dream, whereas this makes it look like it's just stone. You know, like it's real.
Everybody else around him is statues.
Yeah,
not like a hazy dream sequence.
Yeah.
He's going to,
It's definitely it's a wicked piece, man.
Oh yeah, it's gorgeous.
It's a showstopper.
Now, Ryan, I don't know what this is, man. Maybe is this from Ghost in the Shell? I don't know. Is it Elite Creature Concepts?
What the hell is that?
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, that's from Ghost in the Shell. Yeah.
That's
that's the thing where the face comes out. And
yeah, I think
I
so.
think that's from.
Is that from the damn movie with
no,
with Scarlett Johansson?
Piece from the artist. What's his name there? Hard to pronounce.
I know which one.
He did the Brain Dead character for this company. That piece is
Jack
sick.
of Stardust. His name is Jack of Stars. Starred of Jack. I don't know. What's the one called with the Jack guy who does all the gross stuff?
Jack guy.
That's him that you like.
Are you talking about Jack of the Dust?
Dust.
No, this is he doesn't work for ECC.
It's the same guy. It's the same guy who did that
Zombie Boy one.
That Predator there, that's red, and he did a female Predator also for.
Oh, the Asian guy that worked with
props.
The guy that did Pumpkinhead and stuff.
I prefer he likes to. I heard he likes to be called that.
I can't remember his name, man. That's all. James Wan. No, not James Wan, buddy. It's something. I can't remember his name, but yeah. Well, put it this way: when the guy that did Pumpkinhead and Alien and all that, I'm trying to remember his name too. The actual guy that did all the special effects and that and built the pieces. He had an offsider who was an Asian bloke, and he did the A-Team's looking it up now. So he'll find it for me.
Akita.
Stan Winston. Yeah, Stan Winston. He had an offsider, and the offsider does amazing work just based like off Stan Winston's work and that as well.
Yeah.
He did the CM Predator with Stan Winston. Hey, Tim?
I'm trying to find it right now.
It's Akita.
Yeah.
Did ECC ever release that Freddy Krueger? Did that ever?
Yeah,
come out?
I've seen it for resale on eBay. Or are you talking about the statue or the bust?
The one ECC did, I guess. Warhawk's asking. I guess it's the one where he's standing on the furnace and there's like that mirror.
Because they did a bust and then they did
that was a bust.
The bust is out, but the statue I don't know if it's released yet. They did a life-size bust and then they did a third scale statue.
Damn,
you talking about the one that had like the scene underneath with the hallway or something?
That shit is 2,500 euros.
Statue, the third scale statue with Freddy Krueger, he was standing on top of a furnace.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the boiler room scene.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know about the other one.
Now there's a life-size bust also from ECC and that from Freddy Krueger, and that's been out.
Yeah. This thing's 2,500 euros.
Sorry, Nick's got it right. It's Steve Wang.
Wait a minute. This geisha is 2,500 euros?
2,500 euros.
Yeah, they can keep
or at least from the website that I found.
That's elite. That's ECC. That's
no, I mean, it's
beautiful. Oh, I thought you were talking about the artist.
No, Keto, you were right.
Yeah, the artist who did it, but like the company ECC, that's Steve Wang's company.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, I got you. But yeah, that Predator is insane.
Yeah, it is.
So, like to answer that question a little bit better about the Freddy Krueger 1/3 statue from ECC, I know that it was sold. All the pre-orders were sold out. But I don't know if it's shipped yet.
It's out, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that thing sold out, and the Jason that they did sold out.
Yep.
That Jason was crazy.
That Jason with the water. Oh my gosh.
The Pennywise sold out too, didn't it?
Yes.
See, I like the Prime 1 Pennywise better.
Isn't it sad that horror fans got those fucking amazing pieces, and then PCS came out with that Michael Myers, and it was just like, oh,
it sucked.
It was just like, man, this is not as good.
It sucked. Yeah, it was too clean. There was no blood. Yeah, and I was excited about a Michael Myers statue from them.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody in the community was, because there hasn't really been a Michael Myers statue for years.
And if they had done a quarter scale, I would have gotten some horror stuff, and that would have been the first one.
Franco Carlissimo is confirming it's Aikido. The guy's a master, he says.
He is, dude.
Seems like it.
Incredibly talented.
So Tack is saying this one got canned a long time ago, this Goblin.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, Imaginarium Art doesn't have that anymore.
It got revised, get revamped, and then it got canceled. So that was the first Green Goblin, and it got redone by I forget his Pablo Vigiano.
Ryan muted his mic so he could take a Doritos break.
Well, Ryan, we need you back, Ryan. Doritos.
Trying to be sneaky over
there. Edwin called you out.
Port wine cheddar.
So Ryan, you the only one knows about this shit here. So
this is from my favorite anime. This is Netero versus Miriam. This is kind of like one of the big fights from the anime. This is my favorite anime. I love it.
Look like Frieza, dude.
What the hell are you eating now?
Is that like a foot?
Thins and port wine cheddar.
I think it's
Ryan, what's with all the hands on the diorama? Is that one of their like power sets or something?
Yeah, it's that's that geriatric super move. Where he's got like the 100-arm hit or whatever.
Oh wow.
Geriatric super move.
This dude look like Frieza.
You're really selling it, Ryan.
Yeah, I thought this was
the anime, man.
Anime.
Cool.
It's hard to describe any of this shit if you haven't seen it, you know? Yeah.
Damn it, just give me some Ninja Scroll stuff.
So what do you think? You gonna be getting this, Ryan?
Nah, I'm passing. I'd rather have the main character gone, which is like a younger kid who's the main character.
I don't know any of these.
It's the same thing with the problem with buying a statue of a guy in a wheelchair with the Professor X from X-Men. This is like a capable old guy who's, fighting a younger.
That guy in the wheelchair will fuck you up, though. from his wheelchair.
Yeah, but he still can't walk. I mean, I'm just saying.
he don't need to.
I'll just walk away from him, Rodney.
No, he'll just make you walk off a building.
Yeah, that's probably true. No, I'm not buying this.
Okay.
Like, he stabbed himself?
Who's this cat, Ryan?
You watch Reed from Seven Deadly Sins. It's a Netflix anime.
So why does he have a sword stuck to him?
He can't die.
But why is he sin to something?
That's his power. Like, he can't die, so you can stick a sword through him. He just back.
It's like Deadpool.
So he's immortal.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That was his punishment. He can't die.
Is his belly button pierced?
Cuppeth runneth over.
He leave the sword in there as a fashion statement, or
I see the blood. No, the cup has purple juice in it. It's not blood. See, I thought maybe the sword was running through him and the blood was dripping off the sword into the cup.
he can't die and he wears skinny jeans.
Weird.
Skinny jeans can't kill him.
So Dan, you might like this one, man. NYC Sculptures has announced they're gonna do a 1/4 scale Cad Bane.
Yeah,
that'd be sick. I love Cad Bane.
Curious to see how that turns out.
They just put a ULA up and sold out.
Yeah, I saw that.
Cad Bane. He's from the that Star Wars online game, yeah.
Dude, he was on Clone Wars, the cartoon.
Yeah,
Clone Wars.
Yeah, I think he was also in a cinematic for I'm trying to remember which one it is. You know that one by EA, the Star Wars online one?
Old Republic?
Yeah. Knights of the Old Republic one, the online version one.
I don't know.
Whenever I hear the word Bane, I think of like an old hardcore band. Sorry.
Or Batman getting broke in half.
Never.
No. What does it ever think of DC? Come on, bro.
True. That pose is weird. It looks like he's taking a dump as he's like raising the sword.
It's based off the early artwork.
His leg looks weird.
The Thundercat?
It looks like he's taking a dump.
This looks like it would be nice to pair with the Mumra that was a fucking super hit. Is this 1/4 scale?
Yeah, you can see the remains of the sarcophagus behind his. That's Mumra's sarcophagus right there. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, man. Whoever's making this, they should make it 1/5 scale. They'll sell the fuck out. I think.
Good point.
But what do I know?
I don't know. I agree with Ryan. Looks like he's taking a dump.
Oh.
I agree with Ryan. It looks like he's taking a dump.
A nicely painted piece.
But then, look, now that is look. I wasn't a big fan of Thundercats growing up, but I still remember the cartoon because it was on Saturday mornings, and I think there was one after it that I used to watch, so I'd always catch the end of it. And the intro of the cartoon, doesn't he do a pose just like that?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is 1/3 though. Holy crap!
I still don't like it personally.
Yeah, this is.
Well, I wasn't that big of a fan of the cartoon, so I wouldn't be getting it.
I mean, I like everything about it. I just don't like the pose. Like, who would raise their sword while they're doing that?
Lion-O.
Yeah,
they're doing the cartoon.
They're doing like a jazzercise session.
There's proof.
I'm just remembering from my childhood, and the only thing that it really needs is his head more up because he was like doing the cry in that pose when he lifted the sword up and you saw the eye go glow and whatever.
Yeah.
I almost feel like his torso should be over to the right a little bit.
See, you've been hanging around Tim too long.
I love it.
I've always felt that way about this.
No, it's not a bad thing. I'm just saying.
No, I'm the same way.
All of us need to be critiquing.
I thought his leg muscles looked weird.
Now your shit coming up.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say the same thing. I think his right leg, his right quad looks off.
What's causing his hair to flow up in the air like that?
Tim's got like full chub right now.
I love it. I love it so much.
Art Hero did a version back a a while back that was really cool. I liked. He was crouching down, holding the sword like this, out in front of him.
Who did that one?
I think it was Hard Hero.
Mm.
Let me see.
Good one's Hard Hero.
Listen, if you were Mumra and your enemy did that, wouldn't you be thinking, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Like, is he trying to blow you? What is he doing?
It looks like he's stretching. It's like he's stretching his right leg. He's like, "Hold on, I got a cramp."
I agree, Edwin Diaz. I like the PCS the PCS Lino.
Yeah, I like that one too.
And Bronx is confirming it is Hard Hero. Thank you, Bronx.
He's got stretches growing out, you know.
Ryan, who are these people, man?
So this is by the same guy. Well, I probably shouldn't tell her, but
Phyllis.
We both know this guy.
Might as well.
Same guy who did my Hulk.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So this is All Might. He's like the probably call him the Superman of the My Hero Academia, the anime series My Hero Academia.
I thought that was One Punch Man was the Superman of anime.
There's multiple
different animes.
Multiple invincible
gay heroes.
Yeah. Come on.
No, but this is what he looks like when he's not fully powered is the one in front, and then when he's fully powered up, that's the guy in the back. That's what he looks like.
You're saying the Shazam.
I was getting ready to say Shazam.
My Hero Academia or whatever.
No, he doesn't change. He just kind of holds up. Like he's not like,
What do you mean he doesn't change?
Right. That's both.
There's no lightning. He's not mystical. He's not a little fucking kid. It's a little different.
But he becomes the guy behind him, right?
That's how I really feel there, Ryan.
What kind of shit you trying to pull?
That's a change, Ryan. He's changing.
How much I hate you guys.
He looks like Beautiful Joe with that hair.
I wish this was 1/4. I'd buy it.
What's up with that fart cloud? Archangel said, "What's up with that fart cloud?"
You like the one
smiling?
You only you don't collect pieces in a smaller scale.
I do if they're like extravagant enough. Like,
but let's say if it's a character that you're a diehard character fan of.
Yeah, I mean, I have one right here.
Okay.
I just think, given that pose, it'd be great if he was in 1/4, like that anime one right in the middle of my screen.
Right.
That's 1/6.
Okay. Well, I know just some people like to collect, certain scales. Some people are 1/4 or nothing, or
gotta mix it up, baby.
Some people like, there's guys out there now that there's one dude who just collects nothing but half scale pieces.
Wow.
Can't remember what his name is.
I don't have a problem with it. I don't know, with that pose, and it's like kind of museum like in my opinion. So I'd rather have it with 1/5 or 1/4.
1/4, a little bigger, right on.
Yeah.
It's always cool to have something big.
Yeah.
And that's all the picks. So.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh man!
No more picks. Damn it!
Yeah, man. We'll find more for you next week.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure there'll be plenty posted this coming week. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Yo, there's new shit every day, man. It's so hard to keep up with it all.
Oh, I thought he had like a. Hey, so Tack was talking about Randy Bowen did a tease.
Yeah, thank you. So Randy Bowen posted something on his Instagram saying,
"Hey, somebody got a picture of that."
Yeah, let's
if
see.
you just go to his Instagram.
Well, I don't have Instagram.
All right.
I got you. All
right. Thank you, Ryan.
Is he still doing 6 scale? Or
he said, "How do you guys feel about me coming back and doing some Marvel characters that I haven't done before?" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah!"
Hurry the fuck up.
I love that, man. I feel like the community
is 6 years up already.
I think the community desperately needs him to come back.
This is it, right?
Yep.
Let's see.
He said his personal 10 ideas would be the Spot,
Shocker,
Chameleon, Doomstone, Latu the Watcher, Kang the Conqueror, Kirby stylized Celestials, Guardians of the Galaxy 2000.
Do you think his 6 scale stuff will still stand up to like the XM 6 scale stuff?
Excellent.
Well, it's because he's gonna do Marvel. Sorry, Dan.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
But I mean, just with the XM style of the way they're doing their 6 skills,
in my opinion, Randy Bowen will always have a position in the community.
There
will always be a market for him.
And you're forgetting that he can, use the newer stuff too, right? It's like printers.
That's what I'm saying. I would hope he would.
His stuff has probably improved just as anyone else's has improved over the years. He's probably been making stuff behind the scenes this whole time.
He's been in the lab.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see what he does.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I was going to say. I'm going to be.
We need more 1/6 scale pieces, I think.
Wouldn't it be interesting if he did get a Marvel license back, went in and started going after everybody who's touching this license?
Wouldn't it be awesome if he went after 1/5 scale?
That would be cool too.
I think that's an untapped market.
I can feel that. That would be nice.
You can do pretty dynamic shit and still be easy to display.
With today's techniques and technologies, you can do it smaller than that.
Yeah. I mean, his last phase, he was imploring a lot of digital sculpt at that time, so he kind of has kept up with the times. Like his new Magneto, the Action Magneto, that was all digital sculpt. I think Jason Williams sculpted that.
Yeah, like I think my favorite piece he did was a spinning hammer Thor that Thor has.
Awesome.
Because like most of his stuff is museum pose, and that was action, heavy action, and it was really nice. So I'd like to see him do more stuff like that.
My man Tack said if he did 1/4 pieces, I would die. I'm with you, bro. I'm so with you, man.
But I wonder if he's going to stick to. I mean, we all know Bowen's style, right?
Yeah.
He has his style of you're not going to get all those finer texturings and details. Like he wasn't all about that. He was basically right out of the comic.
Mm-hmm.
So that's basically what I'm wondering if that's what he's going to do.
Yeah, I think Tim will love that.
Love that so much.
Considering everybody's doing all these insane realistic textures and shit.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a place for it all, but I definitely think there's a place for Bowen. I have moments where I look at my collection, I'm like, should I sell my Bowen shit? And I'm like, what the fuck am I talking about? Never. I don't think it'll ever go. It's just it's so important to my journey as a collector, and I think the community at large. I really think that I'd be super pumped to have him back.
Is that license? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say Nick 666 said he'd sell everything if he went 1/4.
I'm sorry. I think I cut you off. Were you finished?
No, I was done.
Okay. So I was gonna say, wouldn't his stuff be a lot cheaper if he wasn't gonna do all the details? So that would be. I mean, this is assuming he'd get the license, right?
I mean, even in the last phase, his prices did bump a little bit, but he was making bigger stuff. Like his Mojo, I think was $299 or yeah, maybe I think it was $299 or $315. But he's always trying to make enough to make it so it's still affordable, but it's you're always gonna get that bone quality.
I don't think it's going to have, as far as the prices go, it's going to be whatever's competitive with everything else that's going on. I mean, just look at the Koto Bakia 1/6 scale fine art package. That's kind of about, Bowen scale, right?
350 Storm.
But wait, was Storm 350? I thought she was 300.
I think she's 350 on Sideshow.
For real? Wow.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if,
what was this?
I wouldn't be surprised if it's right around there, $300 to $400. Depending, on the character and the size and complexity of it all.
Ryan, how much was that Punisher you just had up?
Huh?
How much was that Punisher you just had up? You just had up the Iron Studios Punisher.
I mean, the one that Jay was telling you about? That was $80 or $900 or something?
See, when did the price drop? Damn it. I would have got it for that price. Okay.
I think the price dropped when they had a U.S. distributor, right?
I don't know. I mean, when it first
I almost bought their Colossus 1/10, but it was $200. I was like, oh, fuck that.
Yeah. Yeah, this was
then
one.
all of a sudden it became 100. You know, so.
I would have got it for 100. Oh well.
So Weapon X is $319. His the Kodo Weapon X that just came out.
Yeah, and Sosa's not doing that shit anymore. So
those were his last two, I think.
Yeah, so I don't know what Kodo's going to do.
They'll just find someone else.
Yeah.
But they haven't ever found anyone else, right? Sosa's been the one doing it forever.
No, in saying that Kotobukiya, they had Jim Lee. He did the Justice League set. You know, so there was
Jim Lee didn't sculpt those, dude.
Wonder Woman, Flash, and Green Lantern that he did. So
no, I'm talking about sculpting, not drawing the artwork that it's based off of. Sosa's a sculptor.
Yeah, man. Where have you been?
I didn't mean it like that.
But I'm just saying, like, that they use the artworks to base the sculpts off. You can get someone to sculpt. If you've got the artwork there to go, that's what I want. It's easy for a sculptor to copy that. To create something from scratch is like what Sousa does is completely different.
Right, but you're talking about the 1/10 line versus the 1/6.
No, I'm talking about their one
resin line.
I'm talking about their one.
I think what Jason's saying is if that he's replaceable because he's following a specific art style. That if it's like, hey, sculptor, we want you to make more Jim Lee X-Men. Just find artwork. Here are the poses we want. But Sosa is definitely Sosa, you know. But I do understand what you're trying to say, Jason. That they're not going to just like.
I love you. I love you, buddy. I love you, beard.
Oh, thank you so much.
you say that, but remember, weren't they? Kodo said a while ago that they were going to be pumping out. And I know this because I was strictly a 1/6 scale collector. You know, we see how that turned out. But a while ago, and they said they're like, oh, we're going to go back into the danger room. We're going to be doing 4 or 5 pieces a year, and then do shit.
Yeah.
They did they did half. They didn't even do half.
Diamond Select have pretty much gone up to Kodo's level with what they do.
I don't know if I'd say they're there, but they're very close. I don't think they're very
close
there, but they're.
And when you look at the price discrepancy, like, you know, you can get a Diamond Select for like half price of a Kodo.
Yeah. I mean, they're the cable they made, I think, is their best piece.
Yeah, that was really good. Yeah. And then in the opposite, I'd say probably the what was that story arc with Rogue where she was like, you know, the ripped costume on the dinosaur island dating?
Savage Land.
Savage Land.
Yeah, the Savage Lands Rogue that they did was absolutely friggin' amazing in person.
I haven't seen it in person, but it looked great.
Yeah. No, in person, it's absolutely amazing.
All right, so Kodo Storm is $280. So, yeah, I guess that's not that bad. If they're in the $300 range, I'm cool with that. I mean, Mojo was big. Mojo is big. He's pretty big. He's half the size of my Apocalypse quarter scale. So,
Mojo World?
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Bowen got me into appreciating statues.
Oh, look, Bowen was the first. Like before that, they were just cheap toys. You know what I mean? And then Bowen came out and started actually making collectibles. So he's the granddaddy of what we all got into.
Yeah, Bowen was just easier to swallow, $200 to $300 versus $5 and $6.
Yeah, you knew your quality control would be good.
They got some high priced Kodos out there too.
Yeah, so the Kodo market kind of.
I mean, Bowens.
Oh yeah, so the exclusive stuff, the cable on Sentinel head and shit like that.
They still have some grails. I mean, the Bowen Apocalypse is the best Apocalypse I've ever seen.
I agree.
There's a couple that got close.
This Surfer is still not fucking cheap, man. This shit.
Yeah,
they want some money for that Winter Soldier too.
And to Kotobukiya's credit, their Magneto I thought was dynamite too.
Yep.
I know you were saying that the colors weren't exact or whatever.
That's. Well, I had his other one, hey Tim. You know the one you've got there where he's standing with the board. Remember the other one that he did where he was actually like surfing on the board?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had that one. And
I have the mini up here.
No. The actual just one of the surfer by himself.
Yeah, the Bowen action surfer.
Yeah.
That was one of the first statues I ever saw in the comic book store, and I'm like, yo, I want that one day. And that's still on my long list, but I don't know. I think I'm out of that surfer game.
I love that Iceman. That one where he's gliding on the ice and it's like curved. That's
the one that everybody tries to imitate.
Is that the Sideshow one?
Yeah. That is a cold ass piece.
I love that piece. That's Iceman.
Yeah,
I believe that was a pun, Thor.
Yeah, I realized it. When I finished, I realized it was.
But that's the Sideshow Comic-Con. Is that correct?
No, that's the
Bowen.
He's talking about the
that
Bowen
Bowen?
1/6 scale, sir.
I didn't realize.
That.
That's the one you have, Tim, right?
I don't have that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I knew when I was collecting my Bowen line that I didn't have like the square footage to get the full team if I was going to put it in the space against the villains like I wanted to. So I'm glad that he came out with that museum one, so I got that one. But
I had the museum one too, but not the transparent one. I had the translucent-ish one.
You had the opaque one.
Wait, is that Gladiator behind there? That's his as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've got the Gladiator?
Yep.
Yeah.
I have 55 Bowens.
In my opinion, that was one of his best.
I agree.
You have 55 Bowens?
Damn. 55. I love Bowen stuff, man. I met him at Jersey Fest 2 years ago or 3 years ago. Fucking super cool guy. I geeked out, like, it was like meeting a celebrity. Like, look at my collection, bro. He's like, all right, cool, man. I'm like, fuck. I'm such a loser.
I've gone too far. Shit.
I'm such a loser, bro. I fucking just love you, Randy. I'm naming my fucking son Randy.
Yeah,
I'm a fan of him, man.
That one is nice.
It is.
Yeah, the clear one's gone, man. That thing's like $600 or $700 sometimes.
Fuck. Yeah.
Because there's only 200 of those, I think. Right?
Yeah, that was like the special version.
Yeah, they made an opaque one that was like way more accessible, like 300, 400 range.
Yeah.
But the clear one, I mean, looks like literal ice. It's fucking insane.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends.
Yo, do you see that comic cover that just came out?
I did.
Oh my god, bro, what a beautiful cover.
Yo, show it, man.
What's the cover?
Or help me find it.
I got it right here.
What?
It's
not saying it.
Well, hold on.
I'm just kidding.
Ryan keeps staring at that Punisher. You must be thinking about getting it or something.
No, I just laid that and changed picture.
Right here, right?
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. I saw that. That's right. Who's the chick? Is that
Firestarter.
Oh,
Firestar.
Star. Okay.
Honestly, it looks like Marvel Girl.
Oh gosh.
Just saying. With
Not
colors.
green though.
Not different colors.
Oh man, that fucking ice man is so fucking nice, dude.
See, that's good art.
Love that so much. Super dynamic. Colors are amazing. Whoever colored that is fucking insane. Those highlights in the blue, I love that.
Yo, speaking of colors,
Tim, I think the shading on him is done really, really well.
Yeah.
Speaking of colors, I really I've been appreciating Scott Williams. Seems to do a lot of Jim Lee's.
Actually, I met Scott Williams. He was here at Supernova last year here in Sydney, and like I'm walking along. It's at the comic book alley, and I'm walking along, and there's all these Aussie comics, like Big Red Kangaroo and shit. And I'm like, I'm not going to read that shit. But then I'm walking past and I see this big lineup, and I'm like, oh, what's going on here? And there he was doing signatures and that for covers and stuff. And I bought an art print from him where he actually signed it for me. And when I looked at it, I thought, is this your work or Jim Lee's?
And he's like, actually, I paint all this shit, motherfucker.
Well, actually, put it this way, there was a funny story behind it. So the bloke in front of me had obviously been there the day before and was talking to him. And he was telling him that he's got this addiction to an Australian biscuit called a Tim Tam. So the guy came with like 12 packets of all different flavored Tim Tams and dumped them on his desk. And he was like, oh, man, that's the friggin' best. Gave him like 3 art prints for them.
What's Tim Tam?
For a biscuit?
Dude, you try these biscuits. They're friggin' amazing.
That's what a Tim Tam is? I'm sorry.
Yeah, Tim Tams. You basically bite both ends off and then you put it in your coffee.
You're
and
not biting both ends off of me.
Comes through.
You said a Tim Tam?
Yeah, Tim Tam.
Come on, man.
You would fucking love them, bro. I'm telling you.
A Tim Tam. Tim Tam.
Yeah.
In a Tim can.
Walla Walla Bam Bam.
Bite the end of a biscuit off. Okay.
Yo, come on.
Jason, I'm still reading.
I'm about to buy that comic book as soon as we're done with this chat tonight. Like, I gotta buy that thing, man. I love that cover.
Yo, Jason, I'm almost finished with New 52 Justice League Absolute.
What do you think?
I love it. It's hard. I mean, it's like eye candy. It's hard not to like it.
Yeah, it is. It was really well written and good. Yeah. I only wish that the Superman New 52 comics were just as good as that, because they did him a lot better in the Justice League ones than they did in the actual standalone titles.
Okay.
Just read Batman.
Archangel's asking Jason, what's the weight limit on those shelves behind you? He said he loves your display.
Well, actually, each of the brackets that I've got on there are rated for 80 kilo because they're full steel brackets. So I have them spaced 40 centimeters apart, which would probably be about 16 inches into the wall brackets. So yeah, I can basically just stack these with 1/3 whatever weight I want, man. They're not going to break.
Nice. Pizza. So Master Pizza is saying he would love if somebody would come back and do 1/6 consistent. And I mean, I should have just said that out loud. I can keep on going if Bone comes back for sure.
Yeah, dude, it's the same. Look, DC Collectibles is the same. Like they do have a bit of a hit and miss sort of thing going. You know, it's some that you look at and you go, seriously, they only want $230 for this? And you look at it and go, friggin' amazing. I wish they did a quarter scale like this, you know? And then you'll get the next one that they go, yeah, I want $230 for this. And you go, I'm not paying $230 for that crap.
Yeah. Archangel saying, since I don't deal drugs, how much is a kilo,
pounds. I'll find out for you.
Max trying to turn this into a concert.
Sorry, my bad.
No, it's
yes, Ed, dude. I want some. Well, do I really want Marvel 1/3 pieces?
I gotta say, my favorite.
160 pounds per bracket I can put on.
Wow.
My favorite thing about going to these Comic Cons, and you guys will see when Thor and Rodney, when we go to Awesome Con, is looking at all the art prints. All right, cool. Good story. All right. Like blank stare.
I thought you were done. I thought you were going to say more.
I thought there was more, dude. I waited like 5 seconds, you jerks.
I thought you were like, there's a Dorito in my tooth.
I know that.
I was trying to get some on my tooth, bro.
Guys,
I didn't get art prints when I went to the last Comic Con.
What about all this stuff about Ben Affleck not being Batman anymore after that one post that he made on social media?
You read my mind, Jason. I was thinking the same thing. I was wanting to talk about that because
he's probably is he Batman? Is he not Batman? I don't know.
So I think all it is that he's. I think all it is that he's out as Batman for the Batman movie that's coming out in 2021.
So if they do the big group movie, he's Batman.
Yeah,
but
I'm pretty sure if they're gonna follow up on a sequel to Justice League or anything like that, he's still gonna come back and be Batman.
Because that would look weird.
But he's not going to be the Batman for this one movie that's coming out. You know,
he'll be alcoholic Batman. Right?
It's meant to be a trilogy, so they're going to be doing like the reboot of Batman's story arc to tie in with Justice League and that universe.
How many times are they going to reboot Batman? This is as bad as Spider-Man. They keep redoing this shit.
Hey, Rodney, 100% right. And all it is, man, you're guaranteed $1 billion. So they're going to keep making it.
Right.
Batman movie, and it's not shit. You're guaranteed $1 billion, and it's going to cost you $350 million tops.
Have any Batman movies made $1 billion?
Dark Knight, I thought did.
Yeah,
I think that's it because the next movie sucked.
Yeah, that one sucked too.
Yeah, it sucked donkey balls. It was awful.
The Dark Knight sucked too.
Batman Begins.
You don't like Dark Knight?
What?
Yeah.
What?
Dan, the stage is yours.
What?
You can't just walk away after that shit.
Mic drop. I won't. I'll let you know. I couldn't. I hated Ledger as the Joker.
Okay.
Whoa! What the fuck?
Hey, man, he's entitled to his opinion.
I am.
What didn't you like
I know. I just never heard this before.
Oh, you did do a lot of licking the lips or lip flap. Yeah, smack again.
I mean, I get your father cut your face, but I don't know.
Yeah, but did he? That was the thing.
Yeah, you never knew his real story.
Movie of how he got the scars. So
But that was to show he was crazy. I thought.
Did you like the Jared Leto Joker? Please say no. Please say no.
I didn't like him either. I haven't. Really, no one's really portrayed him all that well, in my opinion.
Are you comparing it to the comics?
The Leto Joker credit for is that they actually explained a way that people would actually work for him. Because let's be honest, Heath Ledger's Joker, no one in their right mind would work for.
Okay, don't get me started on Punisher season 2 because there were some issues.
What about it?
That was like what? The
Other than Jigsaw being a little sympathetic bitch to part of it, I love season 2.
Are we allowed to talk about it now?
Are we allowed to talk about it?
It's been a couple of weeks, right?
Yeah, you can talk about it.
All right. Spoiler alert, anybody who hasn't seen it, we're about to talk about it. So.
Oh no, I ain't seen it.
Oh really?
That's been out here putting out fire ass videos. You don't have no time for Netflix, bro.
Hey,
he's out here dropping fire, bro.
Hey Tim,
I'll keep it high level. I'll keep it real.
Ben Affleck is done playing Batman ever again?
Now I'm like 6 episodes in, so you can go ahead and talk about it. It's fine.
All right, so this is real high level. It's not really a spoiler. So
Hey,
Ben
Tim.
Barnes has a team.
Kills people.
Yeah, so Jigsaw has a team, and he kills a couple of them, and then he's like, "Hey, let's basically." I'm glazing over a couple things. He's like, "Hey, let's start a team with the rest of those guys," and it's like, dude, you literally just killed 2 of their brothers.
They were being
Blue
selfish.
fuck would they follow you after this?
Because they were being selfish and bitchy, and the rest of them were scared.
They might be scared that if they say no, that he might kill them too.
Exactly.
Oh, he gave him the money. He was going to walk away. Is bullshit.
Yep.
No, but they were scared of him, and they probably felt the same way. Like these bitches were trying to.
They scared him. There's 5 of them there.
The character that pissed me off the most was Dr. Dumont, and it pissed me off that she could fight. That she could actually fight against Agent Madonna.
Exactly.
Hey, thanks for all the spoilers, because I'm still only 3.
Oh, I know you're not talking, Jason. You're king of spoilers.
I learned from you, jackass.
Yeah, we learned it by watching you. Yeah. I just hated that they let Jigsaw be sympathetic because, first of all, if he's really that butthurt about shooting Madonna or whatever the hell her name is, and Curtis, if he's really that upset about it,
thanks, bro.
If he's really that upset about all that, so shouldn't he be so much more upset when he finds out he got the family that he was so close to killed? Like he should be like, you know what, Frank, fucking end me here, take the gun and end me. But no, he doesn't. But they wasted all that time with him. Not remembering what he did. I thought that part was dumb.
Yeah, he tried to say he was like, yeah, even if I did kill Frank's family, I don't deserve, he said I deserve to die. He said I didn't deserve to be cut up like this. And but I don't know.
And he wasn't even cut up that bad. He was. They
were trying to make him too relatable for a villain.
Exactly, and I hated that part.
Even Luis Ojeda was like, no veteran would have done that after. He killed their couple of their brothers.
Yes, and another thing, Curtis was a bitch. I'm sorry. If there's ever a season 3, wherever it shows up, if Disney brings it back or whatever, Curtis was a bitch.
Buddy? So Curtis, he was the only one who was grounded.
Curtis was a bitch.
Curtis to me, he has a good square head on his shoulders, and I like Curtis because he's what you got to understand about Curtis is he isn't a Marine like Jigsaw and Frank.
He's not
supposed to lose.
He's a Navy corpsman. So, and I'm a Navy corpsman, so I really relate to that,
But you got into a gunfight with people. You got into a gunfight with people that were shooting you to kill you, and then you lose your shit because you killed one of them.
He wasn't shooting to kill. That's the whole point. He was trying to get them to stop.
Oh,
Spring stops.
I'm saying those were people that he was trying to help in the first place.
He was, and then they were coming to kill him.
Bro, it's not much of a reach to say that someone who's signed up as a non-combatant to heal people
Yeah, exactly.
But he was shooting them. He was shooting them though.
He was shooting not. He's good enough shot to shoot, not to kill. He shot.
I guess not. I guess not. Because he killed.
That's what he said. Well,
he wasn't that good a shot because he killed him, and it broke him the fuck up. And then the thing with the girl,
he wasn't doing it on purpose. He didn't try to kill him. He didn't try to kill him. He tried to just.
He flipped out because he killed somebody and it wasn't. Correct me if I'm wrong, Johnny, but I thought he said he was shocked because, or he was feeling the way he was because he killed someone and he wasn't. He killed one of his own, right?
Yeah, he tried to help him.
They were all his own, but then
he said he never had somebody die. He said he never had somebody die in his own hands that was his own bullet.
Yeah, that was one of his fucking self-help groups or whatever the fucking
Yeah, he was saying
why even go? Why go? Why take a bullet? Why take a rifle and shoot at them? Why go?
He's trying to help.
Why go?
I mean,
shooting
in self-defense. I mean,
maybe
it's Max just sitting there watching porn.
They were trying to kill him. He shot back. Dude died.
All right, listen, Rodney. You want to know the real reason?
Yeah, it's called suppressing fire. If he doesn't suppress fire, they're going to come after him. They're just going to come straight to him and kill him.
Yeah, the real reason.
He was one guy with a sniper rifle against a whole bunch of guys coming after him. He can't suppress fire that well.
Listen, Rodney.
He's one guy. He shot him in the leg and stopped him from.
Yeah, he killed him and freaked out. Curtis was a bitch.
You know how Curtis had a lot of.
I hope he's not in season 3.
You know how Curtis had a lot of people.
Well, that's why he's not Frank.
and then the thing with the girl when he left with the girl, and the guy that I'm sorry, I Curtis is somebody I hope isn't in season 3. I'm just saying
there is no season 3.
All I'm saying is that everybody can't be Frank. Frank can be.
No, everybody doesn't need to be Frank. But if people are shooting at you to kill you, I don't expect you to freak the hell out that you shot one and killed them back.
Yeah, but dude, he's a woman.
Then why go? Why go? You know there's potential you're going to kill somebody. They're shooting at you. You shoot back.
He was there for Frank.
Why go?
Frank, in case things go bad, he can help Frank.
No, let's put it into historical context, Rodney. Okay, so go back to the Vietnam War.
Curtis was a bitch.
Said, I don't want to be subjects. I don't believe in killing and stuff like that. I mean, great, you can be a corpsman. And they train to be a medic in combat. And when they went to hand them a rifle, the majority of them said, I don't fucking want a gun. You know what I mean?
Haven't you seen that movie with Andrew Garfield that I can't remember the title? God.
Dude, the one in Japan where he goes and he won the Medal of Valor, kept climbing up the
Was he shooting at people? No, he wasn't.
He hold the gun with grenades.
He wasn't shooting at people. He saved a whole shit ton of people. But he
saved enemies too.
Yeah, but he wasn't shooting at anybody.
No.
So
more violent Garfield.
You said what?
It's a more violent Andrew Garfield.
He shot at people and he surprised somebody died.
Ridge is the name of it.
Yeah.
It's not that he was surprised that they died. He was upset because he tried to save them and then they died. He tried to save the guy.
Andrew Garfield kicked the grenade in that
movie. That's one person and not two people.
That's incredible story. It's real. It's true.
Yeah. That movie was great. Hacksaw Ridge was amazing. But he wasn't shooting at people.
Well, he wasn't. That's true.
Yeah.
But he shot at them defensively, and then he tried to save the guy. He told the guy, he's like, "Why'd you make me shoot you? I'm trying." And then he tried to save him. He couldn't save him, so that's what upset him because he wasn't ever trying to kill the guy in the first place. He was just trying to defend himself.
We've got a question from the chat for Mac. What camera do you use for your reviews, Mac?
Excuse me.
Nick 666 in the chat that's asked, "What camera do you use for your reviews?"
Canon 80D.
You said 80D?
Yeah.
Good. I have the ADHD.
Yeah, I got that too.
It's like I got that too. Bitch.
Are you emotionally hypersensitive?
Yes.
I'm kidding.
All of
Mac. Yo, Mac, we're connected, bro.
Ed Dude's asking who we think should be cast as the new younger Batman in the Matt Reeves films. I think it should be an unknown. It should be an unknown, so we don't get all this crap of I hate this guy, I love this guy. You know, like just get someone unknown.
Jigsaw.
Oh gosh, no.
I say Army Hammer.
Unknown. I don't want to have seen his face before. Unknown.
He needs to be 20 years younger than Affleck.
Curtis.
Yeah, he needs to be young. He needs to be real young.
He's a lot happier than Affleck too.
Who is?
Curtis. Make him Batman.
What? Yo, the
Rodney's
Paradox
headed
Nerd came in here?
Oh, the black guy? Yeah, make him Batman. Go ahead. At least he doesn't kill people.
Well, hang on. Let's go.
Curtis can be Batman because that fits. He doesn't kill people, and he won't pick up a gun and shoot people. So make him Batman.
Hey Tim, what's your thoughts
For what?
for who should be the new Batman in the reboot of the character?
I have a question before I give you an answer.
Okay.
Is it supposed to be a young Batman, or are we staying with middle-aged Batman?
No, it's meant to be a young Batman. It's going to be his origin story.
Fuck me.
Another origin story.
Come back to me, because I want to give you a thoughtful answer. I don't want to give you a gut
Rodney,
shot.
you're next.
For an origin story, I don't know because I really don't want to see another Batman origin story. I like Batman Begins as the origin.
Yo,
but it doesn't tie into the Justice League story arc.
I know.
Yo.
Nobody that we've already seen. I agree. It should be somebody new that we've never seen, so we don't have certain expectations. I don't want to see anybody who's already an established actor as Batman.
Excellent. Okay, Thor.
You see, he's a little older. I still say Army Hammer, man, because he got the size and everything.
Who?
Yeah.
Army Hammer, the dude that played the Lone Ranger in that
awful film, The Lone Ranger.
All right, Dan,
with him and Johnny Depp.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dan, who do you think?
Jesus, I don't know. Someone who fits the bill.
I heard Jesus doesn't want to play Batman.
Jesus.
I heard Jesus doesn't want to play Batman.
It'd be a short movie.
All right, Matt.
That's a tough question. I don't know. Steve Buscemi.
Riddler, make him the Riddler or something. I don't know.
I mean, I think I like John Hamm, but I don't know if he's young enough for that 25-year-old age range that you're talking about.
I think he'd be.
I think Thor was money. If you were looking for a replacement for Affleck, John Hamm, or even the guy that did what's that bloody show?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yo, PJ.
Hi.
But anyway, we'll see what Ryan thinks. Anyway, what do you think, Ryan?
So I think John Hamm would be a great Bruce Wayne. I'm a little suspect on him playing Batman.
Yeah, me too.
You know, like I don't know how that would.
John Hamm. What was the show that he was in?
Mad Men. I mean,
Mad Men.
That's what I was thinking of. If you were going to get a replacement for Affleck, I think he'd be perfect.
I think he'd be a terrific.
He'd be a smooth Bruce Wayne, no question.
Yeah, he'd be
no question.
So how old is he supposed to be? How old
He should be at least 20 years younger.
I mean, Gyllenhaal could have done it.
Oh God, no! Please.
No, he got those beady eyes though.
Yeah,
he can't anymore.
Playing Batman.
Yeah,
I think he'd be a better Batman than he would Bruce Wayne.
He's gonna be tall, dark, and handsome. He can't be short, dark, and kind of.
You're saying he needs to be a tall drink of water?
I got you guys.
Nick 666 wants to know why none of us are saying Idris Alba.
He could be. Yeah.
He's James Bond.
Yeah, Tom Hardy would be perfect. I don't know. Tom Hardy's
Keaton was
Tom
the
Hardy's
best.
like ugly,
Not
pretty.
Hardy.
Guy's gonna be.
Was the best Bruce Wayne.
Zachary Quinto, interesting.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah, actually, yeah.
Oh, right.
Huh.
He could do it. He
Chris,
could do it.
well, so
Wow.
Chris Pine's
is
his lips.
He's
look
too
weird.
he's too light
No,
haired.
he's too good looking sort of thing for Bruce Wayne. You know what I mean?
He's got his lips are too big, man. He look weird in the suit.
Gotta have a tall dude, tall, big, muscle bound guy.
Well, hang on. We're still waiting for Johnny's reply.
Johnny.
I got you guys. Ready for this? John Cena.
Oh my god!
How do we kick someone?
He wants to be Captain America.
Yo, who's Jack Houston?
I'm just kidding, guys. Just kidding.
All right,
Just kidding.
Jack Houston is the guy from Boardwalk Empire. He was the one with the veteran in the show that who had like the fucked up eye. In the limp, remember?
Yeah.
He's been in a couple other movies that I heard he's really good in, but I didn't see.
What about Carl Urban?
Ooh, Carl.
I love Carl. I could see Carl Urban.
The singer? Oh, that's Keith Urban.
No, that's Keith Urban, isn't it?
That Lions.
PJ, let's hear PJ's thoughts.
Shia LaBeouf.
Oh,
Enough LaBeouf.
Oh gosh.
Enough LaBeouf.
Oh gosh. Are you drunk?
It's like the best, like
most likely.
Oh my god.
So well, look, put it into context. Why I'm asking this is because there's been another bullshit story that's come out today, right? There's photos of Josh Brolin walking down the street, and apparently he's left Warner Brothers and had a meeting with Matt Reeves, which I call bullshit on. And they're saying that he's going to be the next Batman.
Let me ask you a question.
The
Jason.
fake news.
When you look at Josh Brolin, what do you think? Do you think Josh Brolin? Let's not talk about his acting skills. He seems like a pretty smart dude, right?
Yeah.
Why in the fuck would he go to DC if he's on Marvel?
To be desperate.
He would never do that, bro.
Dude, no. Even more to the point. Okay, well, look, his characters are done. Like, there's no Ryan Reynolds has been sacked as Deadpool because Disney wanted to do a more family-friendly Deadpool. So that's done and dusted. Thanos after the next movie, you're not going to see him again. You know what I mean? So his role in the Marvel Universe is done. But what most people are not even looking at is that there's an agreement in Marvel contracts that you can't cross platforms to DC within a certain amount of years.
You know, I don't think
that's true.
Fake news.
I don't think Thanos is going to die.
No, I'm not saying Thanos is going to die. I'm saying, but after that movie, like the Thanos story arc's done. You know what I mean? So you're probably not going
If they do another Avengers after, they'll probably always be around.
They do, like they say, with all these cosmic like people and get the Silver Surfer and they do Annihilation, Thanos will probably be.
They'll be working.
Thanos is Galactus and Silver Surfer.
Well, I know. Well, in Annihilation, Thanos he enslaves Galactus. You see what I mean? So you might. It's possible. It's
not even possible. I don't think that's possible. I mean, like, so Galactus is a being from from before the birth of creation, from the old universe that was destroyed.
He survived the Big Bang. Yeah.
Yeah.
Read Annihilation. That's all I can say.
Wait, what about Richard Armitage, who played Thorin from Lord of the Rings?
Thorin Oakenshield.
You know what I was thinking? What's that movie where the kid is a spy and it's got Samuel L. Jackson as the villain in it?
Oh,
the one with Ryan Reynolds?
The Kingsman.
Yeah, the Kingsman. That kid.
Yo,
I don't know if he's too young. I don't know if he's too young.
Johnny.
I don't know if he's too young, but that kid might. That kid, if he was old enough,
what about
he might be able to
Logan
do it.
Lerman from what is that movie called?
Percy Jackson.
Percy Jackson.
I actually thought he was pretty good in that, to be honest.
He's solid, man. Logan Lerman. Come on.
And he dated Alexandra.
How about Daniel Radcliffe?
Respect.
Daniel Radcliffe.
I'll send you a link.
Harry Potter.
They were talking about Daniel Radcliffe being
Daniel
Wolverine.
Radcliffe, Harry Potter.
No, come on.
Wolverine.
I swear to God, that's what I heard.
Dude, Daniel Radcliffe, he's a fantastic.
All right, guys, we got to find some better stuff to say because we're embarrassing ourselves.
Somebody new. Stop talking about these old people. Somebody new that we've never seen.
Oh man, I don't got anybody new. I'd say Jake Gyllenhaal could pull it off.
How about? All right, let me ask you guys. How about Carl Urban? Carl Urban, the guy who played
They said
I mentioned that before.
All right.
I could see it.
And Viggo Mortensen will be a nice older.
Wrong with
Bruce Wayne. Replacement for older Bruce Wayne would work, but for a young one, no.
Yeah.
Somebody look up what that actor's name is.
Nick is at Nick666 asking about Viggo Mortensen. I think
too old.
Yeah, too old. Yeah,
he don't look like it, really.
I mean, what does Batman look like? He too old. Maybe with dark hair, he could be an old Bruce, but
actually, Red Hood brought something up in the chat there. James McAvoy could do it.
I think he's too old too to be
that
honest.
dude can do anything.
He's
that
fantastic.
fucking guy. That
Dude,
fucking guy could do anything.
He was putting
But
on.
is he too short? Is he too short though?
No. I mean, Batman's height isn't.
Boy, Batman, are you on crack?
What's that?
Give me a break. No way.
What about Matt Bomer?
Anyone can put on a mask and be Batman.
Matt Bomer.
Wait, well, let me ask you. Wait, can I ask you guys something though? Like, with you guys saying that like Ben Affleck will be back, and this is just an origin story. Where is it taking place for, and why are they doing another origin story? Like, how many origin stories are we going to get?
Okay, PJ, because the origin story that people recognize at the moment is the Dark Knight trilogy, right? But that has no bearing or context on the Justice League universe.
But the thing is, in Batman versus Superman, Zack Snyder already explored the origin story through like the first 20 minutes of like the movie.
Dude,
so why would they do another origin story if this is connected to like the Batman versus Superman and the Justice League?
Because DC is too busy paying attention to Marvel to do their own shit and think for themselves.
Because you know what it is. And that's why, and I think I mentioned to you guys in the chat is that like, for me, it's like it's so confusing. What the hell is that?
What about the dude who played Rob Stark?
Rob Stark. Oh, shit.
I was sending Mac messages and I was like, "Yo, is that you with your sound on?"
And we keep hearing all.
I wrote hi. And he goes, "It is you."
No, but you know what I was saying is that like, what's confusing, which that's why I get so discouraged with DC, and it's just like they're all over the place. Like they're making a Joker movie. I don't even know when that's supposed to take place. Is that even part of the universe?
I mean, look, okay, so Marvel revolutionized in tying all their stories together into one cinematic universe. DC have never had a history of that. If you go back to the 70s and you look at the original Superman movies, there was no mention of Superman being in relation to Batman when the Burton movies came out. They were standalone films that stood on their own merits.
Yeah, which is absolutely fine, but the problem is that they're trying to promote this unity and they're trying to promote this universe.
Batman story. We've got Man of Steel, which ties into the Justice League story arc perfectly, right? So you need a redo of the Batman because people go, well, hang on a minute, man. I've watched the Dark Knight trilogy, and in that, Batman's already old. His knees are shot. He's given up being Batman and all this sort of stuff. You know what I mean? So they need to do a tie-in series that comes up to where Affleck's Batman is. Like that one scene where he's talking to Alfred in Batman v Superman, and he says, Alfred, how many guys have we seen over these 20 years that started with good intentions? How many of them stayed good? How many of them turned out?
So they're going to do a series of movies to make Batman versus Superman make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Which shows that movie wasn't good to begin with. But it will be good after these other movies come out.
Fan of the comics. If you weren't a big fan of the DC comics and you didn't read the DC comics, I can understand why people say Batman v Superman was shit. If you read the comics as long as I haven't, it made perfect sense.
I read the comics. I know where the little hints and stories came from. But when you go see a movie, you shouldn't have to rely on the comics. You should have to rely on all the movies, not the comics. And that's the problem with the Batman vs Superman movie.
Where DC stuffed up in their movies was they've made the movies for the hardcore comic book fans. The ones that go, this issue. Marvel's gone down the route of, look, we want to get people who have never read a fucking comic in their life.
That's what they should have done.
That is a good movie, and
they riveted people to the seats. Somebody get Jason a spoonful of sugar right now because he's got to swallow this down right now.
Batman vs Superman as your backup is awful. That movie sucked.
Ryan, it'll be good after the new Batman movies. Then Batman vs Superman will be good.
Perfectly in the chat. The problem with Batman v Superman is Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor.
Oh, what about
that was one of the few problems. There are other bad parts. They should have left Snyder alone.
Well, not made that movie.
Well,
they should have not
Y'all,
tried
y'all see this article right here?
and add stuff. What's this?
yeah,
Jon Snow? Oh, this Rob Snow.
No way.
Really?
You could cut his
but
shit.
okay. So here's
You
another
know what?
thing.
though? I see that happening since Game of Thrones is going to end. I see
Right,
that
but,
happening.
can you see him doing an American accent?
No.
'Cause I
Well, you
saw
know
that-
what?
I saw that awful second.
How big is these guys?
Honestly, though, I didn't
Army
know
Hammer's
Idris.
huge. He's 6'3".
Nice.
I didn't
Army
know
Hammer's
Idris.
tall as fuck.
I didn't know Idris Elba was British until I heard an interview because I thought he was Stringer Bell from The Wire.
I didn't know Jackson was British either.
Silent
Yeah,
Hill.
so
Did
I
you see
would.
the Silent Hill movie, the second one?
Yeah.
So his accent shines through that whole movie.
Yeah,
Really?
but does that mean he spent a lot of time with a dialect coach? I mean,
I'm saying, dude, I don't know.
I think they can hide it. The
I'm
accent-
just saying that maybe he didn't. Maybe it wasn't necessary. You know what I
Tom
mean?
Hardy has it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What about John Krasinski as Batman?
he's
Nah,
Mr.
he's too-
Fantastic, bro.
Yeah.
I agree. That
he's
was
Reed Richards.
Well, I was gonna ask you guys. All right, so like trying to figure this out. Like now they're remaking the Suicide Squad, right? So
which I am pissed about.
which is that's what I'm saying. Like what is DC doing? Like what is their plan? Like
Panicking.
yeah,
They're panicking about everything.
yeah, and then supposedly they're making Plastic Man and a whole bunch of other movies. That,
Yo, that just
Are you
reminded me-
serious?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that reminded me of the scene in that Will Ferrell movie, the basketball movie, where he's like, "All right, everybody, nobody panic. There's a bear loose. Everybody get the fuck!" Everybody's going nuts. Oh my god!
Plastic Man, is he gonna beat your ass if you're not recycling? What's Plastic Man gonna do? Who like really?
yeah, Blue Beetle was supposedly another movie that they're planning to do.
What's
Hey,
Jigsaw gonna
Panic.
do? Put all my puzzles together?
No, his face is supposed to be fucked up, and he's supposed to try. Well, I
So I
can't.
can use his face to put my puzzle together?
Oh,
No, because he did.
Edwin, I'm not saying British dudes can't do American accents. I'm saying I don't think Jon Snow can do an American accent.
Yeah,
I'm not saying all British dudes
Could
can.
be the best example of a British actor that can do it.
Shit.
American.
Christian Bale is British.
Jason,
Yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't know that. Edwin Diaz. I didn't know that.
He's from Wales.
Yeah.
Wait, who's his older brother? Richard McMadden?
Richard Madden. Yeah,
He's talented. He could do that. Would be interesting.
Jason,
He can do an American accent. He did that Gold
Cinderella
Rush movie. Yeah,
So do y'all
what I was going to use, but that works.
should they really redo Suicide Squad or just go from make a sequel?
No, they are. That's what they said. They're talking with
We're
James
saying
Gunn.
should they?
Should
Yeah,
they? No, absolutely not. You're just confusing the shit out of everybody. You know.
And I'm sorry, like people keep talking about James Gunn. What the fuck has he done besides Guardians?
Guardians won because Guardians.
Guardians 2 suck. And I
Guardians
saw
2
Slither, and I don't want Suicide Squad to be like Slither.
I got a
Guardians 2
question.
was great. Okay.
Did Guardians?
Oh,
Get that-
God.
get that-
Garbage.
Hold
It
on.
was some garbage. It wasn't as bad as Ragnarok, but it was garbage.
I
It
think
was
it was
booty
worse.
crap.
Did Guardians
It-
2 suck as a Marvel movie or suck as a movie? Because me,
It
it sucked
sucked.
as a Marvel movie.
Honestly,
It
you know
sucked
what? You know what? I
both
think
ways.
Marvel movie.
It sucked as a Marvel movie.
That's what I thought too.
I don't know.
It was
I
a
like
movie.
I like Guardians 2 up until like the climactic end. I was kind of
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed both of the Guardians of the Galaxy because I really didn't know anything about
Me
those
neither.
characters at all.
Hey,
Me
AJ,
either.
trailers for Brightburn.
So I kind of liked it. I liked
So
it.
I wasn't expecting much from Guardians because I didn't know anything about it, and I liked the first one. I didn't like the second
Loved
one.
the
though.
first one. Didn't like the
Yeah,
second.
the first one was
Yo.
better than the second one for sure.
Hey guys. I know you guys were.
Have you seen the trailer for Brightburn yet?
Yeah.
What do you
Oh,
think?
the evil Superman.
Yeah, pretty much.
Looks
hey.
like it looks like an interesting Superman.
Yeah.
Hey, just going back,
a,
guys.
a real world Superman.
Yo, guys, just going back to what you guys were talking about, the Punisher, because I was listening on the way back home. But the Punisher season 2 was kind of whack, to be honest. The one thing No, everybody was whack except for the Punisher. That's all I gotta say. And I want to ask you guys: no one freaking dies in this. I mean, besides the regular, like the.
Huh?
I'm saying like no one, like the main characters doesn't die.
You
Like
watched the whole
Madani didn't die. She gets choked out.
Spoilers, but yeah, go ahead.
All right, I'm sorry, but I mean, like, there's the other people falling from the freaking buildings and like not dying. And
Dr. Dumont should have been dead.
Yeah. How about the cop? How about the cop falling from like the guard, like from the bridge, and like he was driving, and he walks out. Like, yo, dude, like if you fall from that high, you're gonna like break your spine. I'm serious. Either you're dead.
That doctor bitch should have died. But that I hated her only because she was part of the whole let's make Jigsaw sympathetic. So I mean,
Jigsaw was
I just wanted to see Madani go in there and whip her ass and kill her. And it was too close of a fight. I couldn't believe. I was like, how does she know how to fight? She's a psychiatrist.
Yes, exactly. This is a little shrink, and she's fighting with the cop and kind of getting the best of her.
A Homeland Security agent.
Yeah. So,
yo, Jason, with all your sly comments, bro. Come on.
Episode 3 was my favorite, just because it was the closest to Suicide Run, which is he's in this in a small town.
Yeah. They were in the police station, right?
Yeah, and so that happens in Suicide Run, but in Suicide Run, Punisher just dropped a building on a bunch of criminals, and they think he's dead. He shows up in this small town. That Amy character, the teenager in the comic, she's the daughter of the sheriff. So, and that's my favorite Punisher story. Like, so fuck Garth Ennis. That's my favorite Punisher story. So, like, the fact that they kind of put a little bit of that in there, I was geeking hard over that. And the end of it, when he was in the woods, like,
I love that scene. Like,
that was a porn for me. That episode was porn for me.
Yeah, for me, I love Punisher as the character like throughout the whole season 2, but everyone else was kind of like, oh my gosh, like, oh my.
I like John Pilgrim. I like the John Pilgrim character.
Yeah, John Pilgrim was a good character, and yo, they were beating each other up with like freaking like hammers in the head, and I'm like, yo, these guys are still like.
That was a dude from the Dark Knight Rises. That was like Bane's #1 boy.
Yeah, right hand man, and he was. Like, I thought when I first saw it, I was thinking he reminded me of Bushwhacker, minus the gun on his hand, because Bushwhacker was like a former priest type of character. But people were saying he was from the Punisher Max stuff. He was the Mennonite guy, which wasn't that memorable to me. But so it was a Netflix character they kind of made up, but they based it off of a Marvel Punisher Max character, and I loved him. I loved the ending, like what happened with him and Punisher at the end. I loved it because both of them were like mirror images. They don't want to work together, but then Punisher finds a way to not.
Yeah.
Well, so I loved it, and people freaking out and mad about Punisher because. They had a scene where he got set up and then he decided to turn himself in or gave up. That shit happened in the comics too. So fuck y'all. If y'all are like, yeah, Punisher wouldn't do that. Yes, he would.
Punisher season 2 would have been better if it was like 6 to 8 episodes.
See, I like the.
I agree.
I think all that filler, all that stuff with the doctor and Jigsaw, that was all filler.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't need that as the viewer. I just wanted to see the Punisher.
Yeah, exactly.
I wanted to see him just be like. Like what?
Yeah.
Yo, what's up with him, bro? That is wild, bro. All right. So
I mean,
hold on, real quick, because Jason is in here talking some wild shit. Everybody on the panel, just one at a time. Let's start. Who's all the way on the left? PJ. All right. Who didn't like Guardians of the Galaxy 2? Just say yeah or no.
All right, hold on. How are we like it? You didn't like it as a regular movie or as a Marvel
movie? It's not amazing. It was just okay.
Okay.
I enjoyed it.
I thought it was okay.
I didn't like it at all.
I didn't like it at all.
It's actually in my top 5 Marvel movies.
The point I'm trying to make is Jason says that we're all just blinded by like the Marvel fandom.
No,
but we can be realistic about the other movies.
not at all.
You can't call shit when it
I
smells like shit
think-
to the rest of the world.
Jason is in denial.
Jason is in denial because as you can see, we're telling him. I mean, I've been telling him throughout the whole chat, like, Ben Affleck is not Batman in the next movie. No, he's not. It's just blah blah blah.
He
He
will
blah
fight
blah
you,
blah.
and then he'll say, "Of course they changed him. Of course they did." Because
you said
Jeff Johns is taking
and I
over,
quote,
and he's got a new
Affleck
plan.
is done as Batman. And I said, that's bullshit. He's just not in the next trilogy movie.
No, even the next
so let's pick a new Batman.
Yeah.
Jason's in denial.
You just
accept
have
you for being a
talking to a brick wall, guys. I've just told you, it's a 20-year earlier version of Batman. The times where Marvel's got a
20
character
years?
like Hank Pym. Okay, I'm going to use an example. They had Hank Pym and they did woeful CGI to make him look younger, but everyone said, "Oh, how amazing was that?" Right? Henry Cavill gets a CGI beard, and it's the worst thing you've ever seen.
That beard was.
It was terrible at the beginning.
That CGI face was the worst thing we've ever
At the
seen.
beginning, the mustache height in the beginning with the cell phone video was horrible. The rest of the movie,
terrible.
the rest of the movie, it didn't bother me.
Cell phone fucking footage, bro.
Is Jason? Is
but
Ryan sharing pictures of Karen Fukunaga?
but Jason, it looked horrible. It didn't mean. Yeah, she's bathwater material. Yeah, it looked horrible, Jason.
Bathwater material, you say?
Oh, right here, yeah. This is Katana, right?
Yeah.
This is Katana. Yeah,
She looks good,
she
right?
is. Yeah, she definitely
Okay,
looks
we're still
good.
friends.
I think we need to talk about Dove.
Oh, Dove.
Oh,
Yo,
no.
guys, I just wanted to jump in the chat real quick. I have to get back to being the
No,
backup
you
dancer.
can't go.
I'm
You can't
coming
go
back.
anywhere.
I'm coming back.
Tell your client, tell your Johns to hold
No,
on.
no, I want to go back to the 18th.
My
comment
backup-
that I said in the chat. No matter how good a DC film is, most Marvel fans
That's
will
not
say
true.
it is shit on
That's
principle.
not true, Jason. That's bull.
Oh my
That's bull.
Go, man.
Jason,
We love
that's bull,
DC and
Jason.
Marvel.
Man of Steel was awesome. That's the best
Man of Steel was
rendition of
great.
Superman ever.
I'll watch them
Yeah,
both,
I
Jason.
agree.
That's bull.
Yep.
I'll watch them both.
I don't like
Jason,
Superman.
Jason, I want you to quiz me on these things, and I will give you my honest answer.
Jason, I'm probably the only person on the panel that actually likes some of these other DC movies like you do.
No, I
Cool.
do.
I could-
Cool. I
could
like
agree.
some of the DC movies.
You guys all said Batman vs Superman was garbage.
It
Oh, it
garbage.
was.
I don't.
It was.
So I
I tell you what. I tell you what though. It was better than Ragnarok. It was better than Ragnarok. How's that? I would watch Batman versus Superman. What the hell?
That's good. That's good.
I would watch it over
'Cause I
Ragnarok.
agree.
But Batman versus Superman was not good.
Right.
Sorry.
Thank you.
I've said
But I can
that
still,
repeatedly.
but I can still say certain things bad about DC because I'm honest.
No,
Look,
I'm saying
I like Image more than DC and Marvel, so I'll say bad about both of them.
No,
Yeah.
but put it this
I'm-
way.
I mean, I like both.
I walked out of the movie seeing Batman v Superman. My son loved it. Not to him, I said that was a fucking steaming pile of crap. Let me point out the plot holes. But then I think 3 months after it finished in the cinemas, they brought out the Ultimate Edition, which was the Schneider cut, right? And in that, you actually see there was like 45 minutes of footage
Dude.
cut out that was essentially important to the development of the film.
Let me tell you something. I saw Kevin Smith talk about the stuff that was left out of the Justice League movie, and it pissed me the fuck off.
It's a different kettle of fish. That was meant to be 2 movies.
No,
Zack
but-
Snyder left halfway through because his daughter committed suicide.
But Zack Snyder and them had already planned and put in the movie that was cut out. That movie, and I like Justice League, but it would have been so much better if they had left Zack Snyder alone and left that stuff in.
So much better if it was a 2-part movie like he originally planned with
Oh, like
Dark
Batman
Side in
vs
part
Superman?
2 rather than just Steppenwolf in part 1.
I think it would have been a lot better if Ben Affleck kept his mask on through the whole time in the Batcave and didn't act like some happy high school kid having his friends over for cookies and milk.
Look, I'll give you that. The one scene I don't like is when, Superman turns to Batman and says, "I know you didn't like me." And he's, "Oh, I didn't not like you." And I'm like, man, that is not something that Batman would say.
That's what I'm saying.
And that wasn't that Josh Whedon stuff, or what? Because Green Lantern was supposed to be in the movie. that scene, that scene where Alfred is like, yes, when that scene when Alfred is saying you're here, that was Green Lantern.
No.
Yeah, that was.
In the movie, you actually saw the precursor to Abin Sur, who becomes the Green Lantern and hands the ring over to Hal Jordan. So the one before him was the one that was in that movie where you see him get killed by
I'm sorry. The X-Men theme is ringing in my head for some reason. The X-Men theme is going off in my head for some reason. I don't know why.
DC.
Oh no!
Yo, of course, Nick 666. Of course, I got a Child of the Atom pillow. Why wouldn't I? This is how I.
They needed to
sleep on my dreams at night.
I just want to talk about
I've got to acknowledge your comment in the chat. Archangel, sorry, man, I do not agree with you. That Green Lantern movie was shit.
It was okay until they got up Oa.
I never saw that one.
They got up Oa. It was like
not missing anything, Rodney.
It wasn't good.
Hold on, you didn't like it when they were on Oa? I thought that part was
that was cool.
No, there was parts of the movie that was okay, but the personality of Hal Jordan was wrong from the get-go. You know what I mean? Like, Ryan Reynolds was fantastic as Deadpool, but he makes a shit Hal Jordan.
And Parallax was fucked up.
Yeah, that was bullshit how that story went with that. Yeah. And I mean, like, for example, like Hal Jordan's cocky, arrogant, but he's not a smartass. Like, he doesn't make quips and jokes.
Like Ryan Reynolds does on every fucking role that he plays.
Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool in every movie.
Yeah.
That's why.
Dude, that was what
Life.
There wasn't a single person that had watched Ryan Reynolds on Scrubs and all that sort of shit that when they said he's going to be Deadpool, didn't go, "Oh, he's going to be fucking awesome."
Did you see?
He's perfect. He's always a smartass. In Blade, he was a smartass.
Yeah, exactly. It's just his personality.
Yeah. So he was perfect.
And he's Pikachu.
Oh my god!
Oh, really? Pikachu?
Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's cracking the jokes. I'm sick of him. I'm sick of his jokes.
Oh, but he's Deadpool. Deadpool makes jokes.
Yeah, well, I'm done with him.
I'd like to see the mercenary Deadpool, not a jokey Deadpool.
Yeah, a little more serious. He's still gonna be a smartass though. He's still gonna crack jokes, but yeah, a little bloodier.
It's all Arnold Schwarzenegger's fault.
God damn Schwarzenegger.
Getting the chopper.
She is better than Margot Robbie. Sorry, that's my vote for Dove over Margot Robbie.
I must agree.
She definitely can get.
I'll tell you what, though, man, I've met her in person, and dude, the pictures just don't do a credit. Like,
yeah, you need to show some regular pictures.
Oh, we talking about Minka?
Was it Minka? Yeah, show some regular pictures. Forget the Titan shot from the show. Show some of her regular pictures. Mika Kelly. She bathwater material.
The tightness of the body.
I don't know. I think I like
that one scene in the living room though. In the dining room. Oh yeah.
We've got a comic book connoisseur in the chat, right? And he's just showing his expertise by saying, "Wait a minute, Dove is female."
Masterpiece.
Hawk and Dove were two brothers.
That's okay.
They upgraded it.
Oh, so in the comics, it's a guy?
Yeah, no, in the beginning.
Hold on. In the comic book, there's a superhero, a guy named Dove.
You didn't see it on the show where his brother died.
Oh, that's right.
Except
but was he called Dove? He wasn't Dove, though, was he?
Yeah, he was, yeah.
Never mind. I thought he was named something else, and then she came in. And,
he was Dove, man.
All right, yeah, that name sucks for a guy, but so good thing he got hit by a truck. Sorry.
Oh yeah, Kate Beckinsale, Nick 666, Kate Beckinsale, yum.
Oh, she's yummy.
I was trying to play a game.
That's PJ girl.
This is one of the things that me and Thor are always in agreement on. Kate Beckinsale. Yeah.
Dude, I was trying
to
play. I had screenshots of her. I was trying to play a game with Pocky while you guys were arguing. Where
I mean,
then he tried to one up me.
busy looking at dope.
Yeah, then he tried to one up me, and we just go back and forth.
I mean, she is not an ugly woman. Either one of them.
No.
And I wish her recovery. She had ovarian cysts recently.
Yeah, dude, that shit's.
Who had ovarian cysts?
Kate Beckinsale.
Yeah, please get well.
Okay.
So you can kill some more werewolves. Get well.
Kill those ovarian werewolves.
Yo, how about this? Did you guys see that a report came out that another screening of Dark Phoenix came out and it was not received well? Anybody on the panel shocked?
Yeah,
not really, man. I mean, from what we've seen of the ads already, like
I want to see it.
You know what the worst part is, Tim?
Look,
I know we joke around, but you know that I'm not a Marvel hater, and I actually enjoyed X-Men First Class. X-Men Apocalypse not so much. But I was really hopeful that they go back more to the roots of X-Men First Class in this one. But from what they've shown from the trailer, it looks like they're just going down the same route of X-Men Apocalypse.
Yeah, X-Men's been
lots of action and stuff like this with very little content.
Yeah, right. I really don't like who they picked as Jean Grey for this Phoenix movie.
Yeah, I agree too.
I don't care if
you don't like Sansa Starks?
Redheads don't have a soul.
Don't tell Tio that shit.
Damn, you don't like Sansa
He has
Stark?
red hair.
Jean Grey?
He has a thing for.
He likes gingers.
I like redheads too. I mean, it's not like you can't like something that doesn't have a soul.
But they don't have a soul.
Who doesn't like strawberries? I mean, come on.
Strawberries are good.
Yeah, let's be serious right now, bro.
They need some chocolate.
I don't need
That's
to know
strawberry armpit hair.
Oh, goodness.
Speaking of armpit hair, it's time to take a survey.
Oh, my God. Really? No, it's not.
The night is going so well.
I know.
And everybody that comes on this program must take a survey question, sir.
Yes, I'm here for this.
So, who is your top A1 list chick? Like, it could be model, porn star, sports chick. Like, who would it be?
That's too many, man. There's a lot. There's all kinds.
I mean, if you could round it down, give us a round, maybe 3 of them, maybe.
I gotta think, man, because
take your time. Take your time. It's no problem. But while you're thinking about that, whoever these individuals may be,
yeah.
Say they enter the meditation chamber you have there, sir, and they start disrobing, and you notice that these individuals have armpit hair growth,
not the armpit hair again.
And they say, we're not shaving. You can do whatever you want, but the armpit hair got to stay. Would this obstruct your mission to, inflict the dark side's fury upon them, sir?
Hell no.
Thank you very much. This is a true Sith Lord.
The follow-up is would you marry him?
Embrace the power of the dark side.
What was the follow-up question?
No, there's no follow-up question.
No, there's no follow-up. Johnny's trying to change the rules because
I agree with you guys. I'm not trying to change anything.
Okay.
Every time I saw it asked before, everybody would always ask, "Would you do it?" and then, "Would you marry them?"
Oh, well, shit, yeah. I mean,
consistency in the Death Star.
For me, it doesn't matter either way.
Dan, I don't want to act like I know you, but I knew your answer already. I'm
saying you're a dirty
I could tell you were savage from the moment you showed your face.
Ryan and Tim.
Embrace the dark side.
Because PJ has already left y'all. PJ has already left y'all.
Sways with the wind, dude.
He's already left your side. He's already defected.
It's only on that 2-person island, huh?
That's right.
PJ's defected to the dark side?
Oh, he did.
Yo, I'm just chasing Ryan around that island, and we're just singing the X-Men theme song.
Playing catch with coconuts.
No armpit hair for me. See ya.
Playing catch with coconuts, you say?
Playing volleyball with Wilson.
Any grass skirts on this island, or what's going on?
No, because it's unless Ryan's wearing a grass.
What the fuck did I miss?
or maybe a two. Y'all switch up the skirts.
What the fuck is wrong with your fantasies?
I have some very thick soccer legs. I don't think I'd look good in a skirt. Just saying.
You look great in it.
Oh, look fucking fantastic in a kilt.
Like a kilt, huh?
Yeah, well, lovely. I mean,
and I don't look down, yeah.
It's fucking break out here.
Jason, Bond, you.
Yes.
Talk with an American accent, please.
What do you want me to say?
say my favorite restaurant is McDonald's, and I like eating their cheeseburgers.
My favorite restaurant is McDonald's, and I like eating their cheeseburgers.
Oh my god! That's so good, bro.
All right, you're awesome.
Guys,
Cheeseburger.
the TV that we watch here is American. I can fake an American accent. You want North or South?
Oh my god! So
now you're just getting cocky.
Can you give me a Texas drawl?
Not a Texas drawl.
Damn,
God.
I'd agree with you, except for the first Captain America movie.
Come on, y'all. You know I'm better than that.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
Check him out.
See, if you use the Southern accent, it's much easier because you can really hide that accent of yours.
All you really got to do is slow the words down. You know, man.
Jason! Oh my god! I'm smitten right now.
Quarter chub, Atem?
It's a rule.
What's that?
Now on.
Said quarter chub.
I used to play World of Warcraft, right? And I was in an American guild. I was one of the officers in the guild and stuff, and I was there for years. And midway through a raid once, for years, they knew I was Australian, right? And then midway through a raid once, I faked an American accent, and that was it. They were convinced that I'd been hiding it for years and I was actually American.
Oh my god!
That cracked me up.
that was good, Jason.
That was.
Okay, Tim, give me an Aussie accent.
No, I can't do no Aussie accent.
Crikey! What a ripper!
Okay, no. Put it this way. They had Jason Momoa on the TV recently here, and they asked him, so what would an Australian Aquaman sound like? Because he lived here for a while. He goes, "G'day, mate. I'm Aquaman."
Oh my god!
Have you ever seen the pictures he takes at Comic-Con?
Oh yeah, he's always grabbing people's cheeks.
Yeah, that's hilarious. He said people actually come up to him and ask him to do that shit.
That's amazing.
No, it happened once. Dude, that's the thing. It happened once, Ryan. And he went, you know what? I got heaps of likes and stuff. I'm like, that's it. I'm going to do it all the time. And you know how he does the thing where he pushes the boyfriend away and he's got his arm around the girl.
Oh my god.
I'm sure the chicks don't give a shit.
Exactly.
I'm fairly convinced they don't.
They're the ones pushing their men away.
Thank you. That means you can go after Lisa Bonet, Rodney.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Naomi.
Yeah. Goodness gracious.
Why you pick a girl that looks like she hasn't had a bath in 30 years is beyond me.
Who are we talking about?
Bonet.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Lisa Bonet.
What was that movie she was in with Will Smith? Enemy of the State?
Oh, with Will Smith?
She was in that?
Dude, I saw her in that. And I'm like,
yeah, she was. They had like a thing at the fountain, and she had the dreadlocks or something. Whatever. Lisa Bonet is on the list. She's definitely on the list.
Well, I think we done ran out of real topics now.
No, we could.
No baths in 30 years.
Yo,
we'll be back with the after hour show, boys.
Let's spend an hour fan casting Wolverine now.
What about the Black Panther thing? Do we talk about that, or do we want to talk about that?
What about
fan cast?
The Oscar thing?
Getting nominated for Best Picture.
I'll go first. I thought it was a good movie. I didn't think it was a great movie.
But wait, that wasn't the question, was it?
I wouldn't put it in the top 20
I
films.
guess opinion.
What was the question?
Like,
Opinions
what is your
on
opinion
Black
on
Panther getting nominated.
nominated for best?
What do we think about them being nominated, or did they win?
Yeah.
No, they didn't
nominated.
win. They just nominated.
Oh, okay. So I don't know.
No, what did they win? They won best cast or something like that, like best casting or
So
something.
they won it
They're
in, like,
nominated.
in another. Like, we talking about for the Academy Awards. The Academy Awards haven't come on yet.
Yeah, wasn't it the Golden Globes or something like that?
Yeah,
They
so-
won best cast.
One of the B League awards.
Flag.
Yeah.
SAG Awards. The ball flag.
Guys, look, as much as we love them, I don't think we'll ever see a superhero movie win the Academy Award for a
Don't
best.
say that. Don't say that. This is the chance.
Oh,
This is the first one nominated. Look, I'm gonna tell. All right. So
Didn't Schindler's List win an Academy Award?
did who?
Schindler's List.
Yeah.
Yeah, best picture, best cinematography.
That dude was a hero.
And the guy that played the Nazi won best supporting actor.
Yeah.
But you want comic movies.
Yeah, this is the first comic movie nominated for that.
Yeah.
And I mean, usually I don't care about the Oscars because I usually hate most of the movies that are nominated, or I'm not interested in most of them. This time there's 3 or 4 of them.
Won some big award. I think it was the Eisner Award or something like that for best written book for the year. And then they changed the rules that a comic book could never win again.
They didn't do it for because of Watchmen. You're just trying to make some DC thing. They didn't do it. They did.
Check it out on Google, and you'll see that I'm right.
That they did it. What, after the Watchmen one?
After Watchmen won it, because it was for like the best non-fiction novel or something like that. And Watchmen was nominated and ended up winning. And then they went, "Oh God, we don't want comic. This is for actual books, not comic books." You know what I mean? And they changed the rules.
What a bunch of Bill Maher.
So yeah, so exactly. I mean, I know it's probably not going to win. I would love to see it win, but I know it's probably not. I mean, the Oscars is kind of political, so there's a lot of.
You think it was the best film of the year, 2018?
The best film of the year.
Black Panther.
No, but the Oscars never pick the best film, but they are always political. And for me, I'm gonna just say it. I'm glad that this was a movie with black people that weren't slaves. So I kind of it's not us dealing with civil rights and water hoses on all that bullshit. It's a superhero movie, and they just happen to be black people. So I would love to see it win. I don't know that that's going to happen. I saw Green Book and I saw the Black Klansman. I really want to see the Lady Gaga movie too.
Have you seen that one with Halle Berry, where she's a foster mother during the LA riot, during the Rodney King riot?
Not Monsters Ball.
Monsters Ball.
I didn't see it. I don't know. I didn't see the one.
No,
Halle Berry.
That was a good movie.
No, put it this way. I'm trying to remember the name, but it's on top. It's I can't remember the name of the movie. But check it out. It's Halle Berry, and she's got like 3 foster kids, and she takes kids in from the streets and basically adopts them, and she gets into a fight with her neighbor, and he's a big white actor and stuff like that. But the LA riots break out, and she enlists his help to go and find her 3 sons that are lost in all the bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, I'm telling you now, if you want a black movie for movie of the year, that was the shit. It was
that this year? Was that this year?
Well, listen. Black Panther is more than just a story about African people.
Very true.
It's casted, directed, screenwritten, cinematography. The whole cast was African American, bro. It's a monumental thing that happened. That shit does not happen in Hollywood.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's more than just about.
And for me, it's actually my second favorite Marvel movie. So
your top 3 Marvel films.
My top 3?
Yeah,
it's in my top 3. It's my number 2.
Yeah, but I was asking Tim. Tim, what are you? Is it your top 3?
Is it? I'm not saying that it's in my top 3. I'm saying I understand why it's receiving a nomination.
Oh, I understand why it's receiving a nomination, but I'm saying is that nomination well deserved or not, or is it political?
It's always political. It's always political.
Everything's
political.
Everything's
The Oscars
political,
are
but I
always
don't think
political.
I don't think that there was anything in Black Panther that when I was watching, I was like, I don't like this.
Like, let's be honest. If there was a movie about Harvey Weinstein this year, it would be nominated for best film.
If it was a movie, I just watched that R. Kelly shit. Don't get me started going that way.
So I feel like for what Black Panther did.
I wish Punisher was real.
If we're talking about what Black Panther did for the black community, aren't we viewing the movie outside of it being a movie?
Yeah, but that's how the
Oscars
Oscars do.
does.
The Oscars are political.
Right?
The awards for best film.
Yeah, but what's best is all opinionated. We're talking about it's an achievement, dude.
Right, but
That's
that
what
doesn't
I'm
make it a good movie.
Okay, let's look at it this way. Whether you're into
doesn't play
art
good
films
movies.
or not, the ones that have won the last couple of years, no one can dispute that they were absolutely mind-blowing films. And if you sat down and watched them, you were like, shit, man, that was a good movie.
Like what movie? What movies won? Because I usually don't care about the movies that win Oscars.
So you're telling me that when Leonardo DiCaprio won for what's this latest movie that he just won for?
The Revenant.
That was the best role he's ever done.
Yes,
Dude, it was pretty bloody good, man.
No,
I'm saying,
I didn't like it.
was
I
that
didn't
the
like
best
it.
role? That
No,
Leonardo
but
DiCaprio's
I'm
ever
saying,
done?
I don't think I think of his other roles.
So you're telling me that it's not political, but nobody says shit when it's a white dude. So when it's a bunch of black folk, now it's a political thing, and I don't think the movie deserves it. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, bro, step off Black Panther. Just leave it alone, bro. That's all I'm trying to say, man. Just leave Black Panther alone, yo. Nobody said shit when Leonardo DiCaprio won for The Revenant, which is, sure, it's beautifully shot, but he didn't speak for 3/4 of the movie. That was not his best role.
Hey, look, you know why he won?
I said that when it happened.
Bear attack scene alone was like,
got raped by that bear.
over there.
It was wonderful acting.
He just laid there.
He just laid there and got thrown around by a CGI bear, bro. He didn't act anything.
Hey, all I know is I'm walking around town and all I hear is Wakanda Forever from all areas of.
It was effective.
Yo, Master Pizza, that's why you drafted me, kid. Yo, and I'm proud of that draft, man. I mean it. This is not political for me. I mean it, bro. It's an honor. I'm just saying, man. It's like, yo, how come nobody's talking about any of the other movies that were nominated?
Because the topic was Black Panther.
Yeah.
I don't even know what other movies were nominated.
I don't think he means.
I haven't even heard what other movies are nominated because all I've heard is Black Panther.
And I'm asking you, what other movies are nominated?
Well, let's have a look. I'll pull it up now.
Yeah,
and have a look.
and let's tear those fucking movies apart.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
No interest in most of the other
We're only
movies.
talking about what the topic was about. And that's how I feel. That's my opinion.
8-bit flea, man. I'm a pale.
Yeah, I think just trying to make out that I'm a racist.
I'm a pale-skinned Muslim man who grew up in a rich white neighborhood. I'm marginalized.
You know, I mean, to me, Black Panther was my second favorite movie. So my second favorite Marvel movie.
I'm not trying to take that away from anyone.
So,
but as an Oscar for me, I didn't think it deserved it.
It was
but out of the movies in the category,
nominations for Best Picture 2019: Black Panther, Black KKK Klansman, Bohemian Rhapsody,
the Black Klansman.
Yeah, but Bohemian Rhapsody, what a fantastic movie!
A Star Is Born and Vice.
Hey, Jason, can you repeat those? Because I didn't hear you.
Oh God! Oh
How did not read?
What, you laughing at Black KKK Klansman?
Black Klansman.
Actually, hey, did you watch it?
I saw Black Klansman. I did. I saw Black Klansman. I saw Green Book.
Black KKK Klansman.
It's Black Klansman. I saw it, and I saw Green Book, and I saw Black Panther. I want to see A Star Is Born. I really don't give a shit about the other ones.
I'll promise you right now that A Star Is Born is a shit movie.
I've watched them all. And my opinion, Bohemian Rhapsody will win.
Star Is Born is a remake.
Yeah, exactly. It's a remake.
I do want to see Bohemian Rhapsody.
Me too.
Dude, Bohemian
Yeah, I
Rhapsody.
want to see Stars Born more
Freddie
than I want to see
Mercury.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
I actually thought that I was watching Freddie Mercury. I think that's if they don't win Best Picture, he'll win Best Actor, guaranteed.
We'll see.
Black KKK class.
Yeah, so no,
on the Oscar nomination sheet, that's how they've got the movie listed.
Oh, I know, but
I think they read the comments.
Yeah, but here we are. Black Panther. They're bringing up racism.
Our chat is the most savage chat ever.
Oh my goodness.
What are they saying?
I don't know if that's how it was advertised in America, but around the rest of the world, that's how it was. Like when I watched it on Netflix, that was Black KKK Klansman. So,
It's on Netflix already?
No, it's not. The first
I was
K,
gonna say,
you can't fucking read. Listen,
it's like a stutter.
no, listen. The first K is the end of black. They added another K. And the other K is
oh yeah,
Klansman.
okay, yeah, you're
Illiterate.
right. Yeah, so Black KKK Klansman.
No, Jason just has a stutter. He just has a stutter, y'all. You know, that's all. Oh my god.
Everyone keeps raving about this Green Book, and I haven't seen it.
I saw it, and I honestly think that one might win. I think.
Love you, Jason. Just declare.
Yeah, we definitely love you, but it was funny as hell. I think Green Book might be the one that wins. But me personally, I would love to see it be Black Panther.
Well, you need to put it into context, guys. We've never had the KKK here, so I don't know the fucking right pronunciation.
No, that's an American. Yeah, that's an American. No, it's just funny.
So the point I was trying to make is, you think A Star Is Born is a fucking movie of the year movie? Or is Lady Gaga in all of her fucking privilege just being awarded some fucking nomination for a mediocre performance?
Your second comment you said there, 100% Tim. Dude, she's only getting nominated because of Lady Gaga.
So it's political.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have we seen
so
Is it that, or did people say she did good? Because I do want to see it, but
yeah, but it's a fucking remake.
I don't know who has seen the movie.
Who's seen the movie?
Not me.
Nobody here.
Me neither.
But I'll tell you what, I saw Black Panther. This is a true dead ass story. It was I went to the premiere, so I was a week early because I was getting into like all these Marvel premieres, and it was run by Black Entertainment. I was one of 2 white people in the theater. Bro, that theater was booming, kid. Booming. Things were happening on screen, and I was looking around like, oh shit, what the fuck? Everybody was hyped, bro. That movie,
You know what it
lots
is?
of people, and people really enjoyed it, bro. I don't think
Tim-
anybody felt like that about A Star Is Born. Sorry.
Tim, it's kind of like how you talk about Thanos on Throne, like the effect that it had over statues.
Yes.
And that's the same thing that happened with Black Panther. Whether you loved it or not, it affected a large group because we're used to seeing us be slaves and shit. And every movie that gets nominated,
like
or Street Thugs, or you know, the civil rights fire hose shit, like it's always that. So it affected a large group in a very different way. Like you may not like the movie.
Was it because the cast was all black then? I'm asking.
It was that, but it was also the idea of Wakanda. Yeah, it was. They have their own civilization, and they're not needy. They're advanced. So it was a lot.
Self-sufficient, smart. I don't know. Listen,
let me put it to you this way: here in Australia, when me and my son went to see it, the cinema was nearly empty. We walked out of it. I said to Adrian, I go, man, that was a good film. And he goes, that was shit.
Yeah, because it's you know, when your sensibilities,
So your soulless son.
No, your sensibilities are I don't know, man. Listen, what do you guys know about Albanian people other than Good Luck, fucking what's that movie?
Enver Hoxha.
And then
would you like a history lesson, Tim? Because I can tell you a lot about the Albanian people.
I'm trying to tell you that my people are constantly portrayed as drug dealers, sex slave smugglers, murderers, all this shit.
So look at that.
You've got slaves of Russia, man.
Listen, where I come from, we had a fucking warrior that had a fucking deer head adorned on his helmet, dipped in gold, and he fucking saved the people and brought them up to the fucking mountain. If they make a movie about that guy, that's the movie of the year for me. And nobody could tell me it's not, because for me, it's important. So what I'm trying to say is it's important to people. Nobody's saying shit about Lady Gaga, bro.
But a judging,
dude, I just said to you, I think it's complete horseshit that Lady Gaga got
it's
nominated.
Perspective, Ryan. So it's perspective. From your perspective, it was just an all right movie. But from the perspective of millions, it was not just all right. It was important.
And I understand that, but I don't think the effect that it has on you is the same thing as judging it as a whole movie. That's all I'm saying.
So,
I don't know.
Jason,
when I eat a pizza pie, it affects me and I like it or not.
Hang on, Johnny's asking the question.
Yeah, movies, right?
For you, which movie was your movie of the year?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Out of the ones that I've actually seen, I would have to say Bohemian Rhapsody.
Polar.
Okay, I haven't seen that one, so.
Somebody said Polar. Netflix movie. I need to go ahead.
The movie that I was actually drawn to go and see. It came out on Blu-ray not that long ago, so I downloaded it and I watched it, and I was actually surprised at how good it was, and how good Rami Malek's interpretation of Freddie Mercury was. And when I was watching it, I was like, shit! Like I'm watching Rami Malek, and I'm like, man, I really feel like I'm watching Freddie Mercury, not an actor playing Freddie Mercury, you know? So to me, that makes a good film.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I liked Black Panther. For me, I wouldn't say it was my favorite movie of the year, but I'm not surprised that it got nominated for movie of the year. And I honestly hope it wins because it's a comic book movie.
It's like Val Kilmer playing Jim Morrison, dude.
I'm gonna back Marvel or DC if they're nominated. You know what I mean?
All right. You just said that it was like Val Kilmer playing
Jim Morrison. He was Jim Morrison, dude.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
So I gotta say,
them dudes stayed high for decades.
What were you gonna say, Matt?
Decades.
The thing that what I think the thing is that like with Black Panther, it's like it brought a whole new demographic of people to watching, these movies that we all like. So like when you think about it, like my mom is like, she's almost 70 years old, and she's talking about this movie, and she has no idea what a Marvel comic is.
Yeah.
So like for it to do that, and it's bridging a gap, and it's like bringing people that aren't usually used to watching these into watching it. I'm going into the store to buy the movie, and there's this old black lady saying, "Did you buy Black Panther?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I did." And she's going in there to buy it, knowing that she just went there to buy that movie. So it's different.
Yeah, good point, man.
I got one for you.
It's a fantastic point.
My mother brings one of her friends down here, and they look over all the statues. She says, "Where your Black Panther statue at?"
Yeah, see, it's like the same.
Yeah. I said, "It's coming. Don't worry. You need to get it here quick." I know.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm guessing that you guys talk about movie of the year and Black Panther being nominated for Oscar. One thing about that movie is that, like what Mac was saying, it bridged that gap where a lot of people can go to that movie without being a huge comic book fan and kind of like loving the movie.
Right.
And it had like a lot of meaning to that movie.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things that I think it deserves an Oscar nomination. And some people might say, "Oh, it's not the best Marvel movie. How come that?" But you got to look at it as a whole and not as like a comic book movie.
Right.
You got to see what
you know what it is, PJ. I think what Mac was saying. I understood it a bit better from his point of view from what he was saying, because we haven't had that racial division here in Australia. You know what I mean? Like whether you're black, white, yellow, brown, doesn't fucking matter. You know, you get judged on your merits here. So we've never really had that deep division between different races and stuff like that where you have in America, and it's still prevalent till today in some areas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in that context, I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But as a whole, what I think that probably Vice will win it. And I haven't watched the movie, but it's just from what you hear from the critics. The critics rave that you know, his performance as Dick Cheney was absolutely amazing, rah rah rah, and all this bullshit. Haven't seen it, but that's probably going to be the one that wins. That Black Panther got nominated was fantastic, but if it wins, like, sorry, man, it wasn't the best picture of the year.
Yeah, I can't. So like, I can't say it was the best movie that I've seen. I mean, it's a very good movie. It's just that the fact that, you know,
and I said, when I walked out of the cinemas, my son hated it, and he goes, you know what? I felt guilty that I was a white person watching that, you know, because as I said, we don't have that racial division here. And I went, nah, dude. I said, look, I understand where I was coming from, and I thought it was a good movie.
Yeah,
you know,
I don't think that's why he didn't like it, because he felt guilty as a white person watching it. Is why he didn't like it.
Well, that was his words. He made me feel guilty that I was white watching it.
I mean, the fact that he felt guilty was the reason why he didn't like it. I just think that's strange.
I didn't know.
He was saying, like, the speeches that Killmonger made, you know, about like how the white people keeping him down and that. And he's going, man, like, you got to understand, from the new generation, they're like, hey, man, I've never victimized a black person. I've never victimized anyone of any different race, you know. So to come across to me to say that I'm an arsehole just because I'm a different race, they get their bar up.
No, but the Killmonger speech was more of like, it's not about like targeting a certain demographic. It was just more like, hey, this is history that he's just mentioning. It's not like,
that's what I'm saying. That history wasn't our history. You know what I mean? So other people around the world watching it were like, hang on a minute. You know, like,
the argument can be divisive, and I think it's meant to be. That doesn't make it bad. It makes people think. It makes people have these talks. And the fact that Adrian felt,
as you just saying, it led to the conversation between me and my son going, yeah, but dude, you got to take into context what happened in America. Like, these people were stolen from Africa, brought over in boats and told, work till you fucking die, and you're going to get jack shit for it.
so Adrian's not wrong to feel mad and guilty about it, but that kind of makes us have these painful talks, because none of this is ugly history. This is ugly stuff that happened. And I understand if you're white, you're like, well, I didn't do that shit, so why do you keep talking about it? But we will never talk about this stuff unless stuff like that, unless movies like that happen.
Yeah, exactly. So, that's what.
Even though Adrian,
I'm going to use A-Team as an example here. A-Team.
Wait, Jason.
How badly have they been oppressed?
Jason, let Randy finish.
What? No, go ahead.
No, but I was just going to say, A-Team, how badly have the Albanian people been oppressed by many different governments over the last, say, 80, 90 years?
For the last 200 years, there's been a
ethnic
cleansing
you want to go back
genocide.
Thousands of years, look at what the Macedonians
so there's an ethnic cleansing and genocide where the Albanian people were forced to come out of their homes and claim that they were Catholic so they could live. Exactly. And that shit gets breezed over, and nobody cares about that shit. And I don't expect the world to sympathize with the plight of the people that I come from. But for me, it's important. And I'm saying I can understand that from the point of view of millions of people, that this is a cultural fucking phenomenon, and it should be recognized as one. Yeah. And for you to sit here and say, well, that shot wasn't so good. It's like, bro, get the fuck out of here. $1 Million Baby was not that fucking good to win an Academy Award. It was about a white girl boxer that broke her neck. Who gives a fuck? Yeah. But man, Clint Eastwood is brilliant. It's like, it was a pretty good movie. Is it a movie of the year? Should it be on like the tombstone of history?
So listen, I'm part Armenian. I saw the movie The Promise. If that had gotten nominated for an Oscar, even though it had a huge effect on me, I wouldn't agree with it.
You're less sensitive, maybe.
But see, these movies
objectively versus subjectively.
No, right? These movies are picked based on more than what you see on the screen.
Yeah.
But I'm saying they should be picked objectively. That's good movie.
never are. It's always more than what you see on the screen.
Determine what's a good movie or not.
Well, the thing
everybody
is,
on this panel likes The Dark Knight, and Dan doesn't. Does that mean Dan doesn't have an opinion?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody
I'm not saying no one has an opinion.
Sorry, Dan. I didn't mean to make you a target.
No one said you're not allowed to have an opinion.
I'm just saying, we all look at the world around us based on our sensibilities.
Yeah.
And from the sensibilities of somebody who's looking at it from a purely artistic standpoint, what makes his opinion better than anybody else's? Well, that shot, the angle wasn't appropriate, or the fucking CGI there was spotty. It's like, get off your fucking
who are the ones?
high horse.
But no one said that. Like, we're looking. The question was whether we agreed with its nomination.
Who are the ones choosing the awards?
So
everybody in the world. No,
and what's the context for choosing? You know, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, but
is it politically motivated, or is it purely?
Hold on, Dan. Finish your thought, Dan.
I was just saying, it's just a select few who choose.
Yeah.
You know, the awards, or who goes up for the awards, or who wins the awards. Right. So it all comes down to opinion. Yeah. Everybody has their own, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, and what's the awards that they have, Dan? You know, the one where they have where there's a worldwide union of anyone who's an actor you sign into, and that they actually all get a voting form, and they Well, is it the Actors' Choice Awards or something like that they call it? Or
all right. Well, let me ask you guys. Anybody has taken any film classes here?
Remember?
Can I ask everyone in the panel? Has anyone taken film classes here?
I have not. Yeah. I have not, but I consider myself a big fan of film, and I pay attention to it.
But it doesn't matter. Okay, so
matter.
All right, I took film class in high school and in college. Okay, because I always love film. I'm not saying I'm an expert, but if I were to break it, Black Panther.
We know that,
down,
AJ. We've watched your reviews.
Oh yeah. I watched yours. It sucks. That's good.
Savage.
Just kidding. I love you, Jason. But all right. But if I were to break Black Panther down in terms of cinematography, soundtrack, you know, Ryan Coogler is amazing as a director. I'm not even adding the fact, okay, it's a cultural, a phenomenon or whatever. I'm just saying, if you look at his shots and you see like that fight scene in the bar where they go from one shot to like another using just a simple rope. That's cinematography at its best. The soundtrack, to incorporate hip hop in a soundtrack and make it sound awesome, amazing. But for me, like, it's more than that. Also, it's how you come out of the movie theater, how you feel. You know, it's one of those things when you bring people together. And have, like, especially in this shitty ass world where everyone is divisive about opinions, about culture views and stuff like that, or what America is going through right now. We're pretty divisive, and to have a movie like that and the Spider-Verse movie, probably one of the best comic book movies made.
Agree with you, PG, on that. Definitely.
Because you know what, with Spider-Verse, it taught you how that you don't have to be Peter Parker or this certain person to be Spider-Man. Anybody.
Yeah, the traditional idealistic version of Spider-Man.
Exactly.
No, well, look, actually, I'll tell you what. Out of everyone's arguments, I've been against it, but what PJ just said there, okay, looking at it from a cinematography perspective, soundtrack perspective, and stuff like that justifies why it's been nominated.
But see, different categories too. Like, those are the technical categories. Best Picture is not a technical category.
Yeah, I was just giving an example. Like, people were like knocking it down. It shouldn't be up there.
Yeah, something that is best cinema.
If you want to break it down in a technical aspect, but I'm just saying,
statue of the year.
Yeah,
we are, so it is a taste thing. It's not a.
That's what I'm trying to. That's all I'm trying to say.
Did anyone shit on anyone else's opinion?
PJ, what you were saying there, it's not even nominated in any other field besides Best Picture. I'm looking at all the other categories here, and it's not nominated for anything else.
Best Picture. I'm just saying. I'm not saying okay, it's like the best cinematography, but if you look at it from that standpoint,
It's
No,
not
but
saying it's like,
oh my gosh, it's like Dumb and
you're
Dumber.
right, PJ. It's been nominated for best sound editing.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like,
And
if you look,
sound mix.
it's not like you're taking Dumb and Dumber and making it picture of the year. Yes, we should argue that shouldn't be up there. Well, depending, some people might say it might be best picture of the year, but
Yo, Dumb and Dumber's best comedy of my life.
It's costume design as well.
But overall, as a whole, as a picture itself, I think it deserves to be up there.
Well, no, put it this way. Looking at what your argument is, PJ, I've got to agree with you, man. I changed my opinion because you look at, okay, so it's nominated for in best costume design, best original song, best original score, production design, sound mixing, sound editing. Where else?
So the question was, do we think it deserved to be nominated? And that's what we answered. So I don't understand what we're talking about with.
No,
I don't think anyone's shitting on anyone else's opinion.
No,
because Jason brought up the point of if it wins, should it win best movie of the year?
Which is opinion based, right?
Yeah. So why
no one shitting on anyone's opinion? So why are we talking?
We can talk about it.
It all comes down to opinion. That's
right.
Yeah.
And we gave ours. No one's shitting. It sounds like
look,
we're turning this
let's
into
be
a,
honest,
oh my God, you're shitting on our opinion. I don't think it is.
I don't think anyone said that, though, Ryan.
No,
that was the impression I got. Okay.
I mean, you look at the panel that we got here, guys. We've got a broad, diverse range of people from all over the world, different opinions, different backgrounds, and stuff like that. So it was a good question to ask because
we've even got a fucking Aussie on here, man.
Yeah. First of all, Jason, your
Jesus,
t-shirt, your t-shirt is super tight.
It's super tight. I don't know, bro.
Yeah, Spider-Verse should have got an animation nomination, definitely.
It did.
Nominated for best animated feature.
Well, that will win. That will win.
Okay, so this is what it's up against. The Incredibles 2, which waited 7 years too late to be released.
Yeah, that was
All the Dogs, Maru, and Ralph Breaks the Internet, which I don't think I've watched any of them films.
Spider-Verse is going to win that.
Yeah, Spider-Verse will win it. There's no competition.
Yeah, it was a gorgeous movie to watch.
And the way they did the animation cells or whatever, they made it look like it was that comic book where it's like just off shifted as far as like the colors and everything. When you read a comic, you see how it's like off printed.
Well, put it this way: I haven't watched any of the films in that except for Incredibles 2, and I still think that Spider-Man will win.
I saw Incredibles 2 and Ralph Breaks the Internet, and Spider-Verse blows them out of the water.
Yeah, I agree. I watched most of those.
As good as Incredibles 1. So
well, put it this way, I haven't heard from a single person that's gone to see it that the movie wasn't great. So
yeah.
It was done very well.
It was my favorite movie this year.
Yo, Robert killed me just now. Aussian and Albanian. Who even knew either of those countries ever existed? Oh God.
You know what? I'm going to throw that back at you every time you.
It was your favorite movie, Johnny. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm born in America, bro. So I'm American, dude.
Yeah.
But I mean, listen. Like I said, man. Identity's super important to me. Where I come from has been a part of my life since the day I was cognizant of that. I was
most
different.
People are in the same boat, Tim. Everyone traces their ancestry. You know.
Yeah.
What I mean?
Well, my
bro, not most
That's not
people.
true.
Bro, I grew up in the kind of neighborhood that like people looked at me like, yo, why does your mom have like that thing wrapped around her head, and why does she speak a different language to you? And I'm like, your mom doesn't speak a different language. She's like, no, bro. I'm like, I feel weird as fuck. I'm super different than all you guys. Why do you smell like onions? I'm like, oh shit, my life is fucking super weird. I'm not in control.
Dude, if you hadn't lived here in Australia, you would have fit right in.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Here's one. I'm going to give you an example of what's not similar to Atim, but I remember going. My parents used to make like, I'm Filipino, so everything we eat is like with white rice. So I'm going to school with like anchovy, like sardines and like fish, and like I have white rice, and people are like, "What the hell you eat?"
Yeah, it's difficult from all different kinds of perspectives.
Yeah,
and I'm saying it's important to me,
yeah,
and I can understand how it's important to people.
And I used to be like, hey, you don't want to trade? You want me to trade?
PJ, got your buddy sitting next to you with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah, and I got like sardines and like white rice. So.
Yeah, so 8-Bit Flea is saying, dude, it's a movie. It's not personal. And what I'm saying is from your point of view, it's just a movie. But for people that it's personal to, it's more than just a movie. It's a personal thing, man.
Yeah.
And it's personal to a lot of people.
Explain that to you, you know?
Yeah. And the fact that and the fact that we have to celebrate that this is a comic book movie where growing up, as all of us as kids, like we were, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I was made fun of reading a comic book. You know what I'm saying? Like to see a comic book movie get nominated for an Oscar is just, you know, I don't know. It's history in the making. You know what I'm saying?
I still get made fun of for being into comic book stuff and collecting statues.
Yeah, I mean, my wife still makes fun of me for collecting statues, but who cares, you know?
Yeah. My brother came over and called my statues toys, and I wanted to hit him in the face.
Oh yeah, man. Toys is better than dolls.
Yeah, I get the doll. I get the dolls thing from my mom to troll me.
Yeah,
my
mom is like, you're almost 40 and you're always collecting toys. I'm like, Mom, leave me alone.
My mom's really OCD, so I just go and switch all of her shit up when she's not looking.
Oh God!
Oh my God!
Yo, Ed dude said white rice is straight flames, bro. Everybody loves that white rice, dude.
If it's a big F you to Bill Maher.
Yeah, exactly. You actually look at a lot of like the movies and the TV shows that are coming out. Most of them are based out of comic books. You know what I'm saying? You know, so
tis
the season.
Great Comic Galaxy. A whole lot of movies win that I don't care about. So I think Unforgiven and Braveheart were probably the last movies I really liked that one.
Oh, so. Braveheart. Yeah, that was probably one of my top 5 movies of all time.
Polar.
Mm-hmm. So Ed hold on, Ed. I want to understand what Ed is saying.
About that movie.
See, that's what I'm saying. Should a movie be given an award because a ton of people have a personal connection to it? Does that make it a better movie than the next movie because more people had a personal connection to it?
Movies are emotional.
Yes.
That's the whole point.
Does it move you or not? And if it didn't move you, then search yourself for that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, why
categories already?
Yeah. I mean, why do we go to the movies, right? It's for an escape and from the real world. And when you go watch a movie, it's basically like how you feel after the movie. And that's what makes you like the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So if you don't have any connection to that movie, you know, would you even consider it being a good movie to you? So if a lot of people are saying there is a connection, then there has to be something there about that movie being good then.
But you don't have to have a connection to like the movie.
Exactly.
True. I could watch a movie and not be connected to it and be like, holy shit, that was great.
Exactly.
Yeah, like Dumb and Dumber, like, you know.
I mean, I walked out of the theater from Black Panther and I was like, Wakanda forever. And I'm not from African American culture, so I still loved it.
Yo, my nephew's 4. That's his favorite character, bro. So it transcends race, you know, for sure.
But you know what? You know what? I don't know about you guys, but I think people were dressing up like Eddie Murphy from Coming to America when they were watching. Man. I was like cracking up. I was like, oh my gosh.
Dashikis.
That shit is terrible.
That's something to say.
Yeah. But like actually speaking of Coming to America, they're making a Coming to America 2.
Oh my gosh, really?
I guess the only metric, so Ed is saying there's no metric to quantify how many people were moved by a movie. The only metric is how much money it made at the box office.
Oh, yeah,
it made a shit ton of money.
Oh, yeah, it did.
Shit ton of money. Yeah.
Look, dude, Aquaman made a shit ton of movie. It moved people. Whether it was a cultural move or an emotional move, who gives a shit? It moved people.
Yeah.
Aquaman, did that. Yeah.
Aquaman was dope. That was a good movie.
I think Aquaman's biggest success was it made people who didn't care about the character go, "Oh, this is kind of cool." I think it had that value.
Yeah.
Yep. It did it for me for Aquaman.
I think what I like the most about that, and of course I haven't seen the movie yet, but it's basically the Throne of Atlantis made in live action.
Yeah.
You know, the animated DC movie Throne of Atlantis.
Mm-hmm.
It's from what I get from the trailers. It's basically the live action form of Throne of Atlantis, which I can't. You know, that's probably why it was so successful. Like, I don't understand why most of these Marvel comics or DC comics or these comic book movies don't refer to the comics as their storyboards, or even these animated films that come out before them, and use them as a guide to do their films. I think they'd be a lot better.
Dan, what's your favorite X-Men film, Dan?
I don't care for any of the X-Men films at all.
None of them. So if you had to pick a favorite, which one would it be? I'm forcing you.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Like Days of Future Past?
No, I don't.
Hey Dan, you know, with Dan, with your icon and like when you talk, it almost feels like I'm talking to Darth Vader.
You are.
Wow, the Dark Lord, PJ.
Yeah.
Oh, PJ.
Wow.
But I don't know.
But see, Dan, he's one of them filthy bounty hunters. That's the Paradox nerd, the bounty hunter from.
Yeah, man.
Yo, we need folks to Master Barber on here, dude.
Yeah, I just saw him popping in.
Come in, but we about to hit 1 o'clock, y'all. So
What?
You tired?
We all got
man.
You hand it over to Rodney, and he can do the after hour special.
You can, you want to? There ain't no problem. I bet. Brian, show him what to do, man.
Oh no! What the? Oh man!
Oh gosh!
Sorry, we the Australian to take off his shirt.
Oh gosh! Why? Please put it back on.
It's fucking hot, man. The sun's coming out, the rain stopped.
Stop making that damn excuse.
You
got air? Don't you have air conditioning inside? No,
I'll tell
you. No,
right
I'm not
inside.
I'm the air conditioner, please.
Does Jason have the best chest? No, but he moves our community. Okay, so he has
damn sure does.
Okay,
yeah.
Jason's chest has cultural significance.
Hey Dan,
yeah,
we appreciate you coming on, my brother. Really, especially as a student of the dark side. Really, really appreciate it.
I missed the first half of most of the 3 quarters.
Well, yeah, you definitely got to go back and watch that, man.
Hey, Matt, Edwin Diaz said, cue the stripper music.
On the serious tip, man, I appreciate us having conversations like this, and we can all not get into arguing and as different, like you say.
Well, just don't start me and Ronnie on The Last Jedi, and then
we definitely not doing that.
Damn it!
Thor should have dabbed quick.
No. Warhawk wants to know where you're filming from, Jason. The Blue Oyster Bar. Yeah, Jason's just shirtless sucking clams.
Live from Australia.
Oh my god!
Movie.